The Rewatchables, brought to you by the Ringer Podcast Network, where you can find The Watch with Chris Ryan.
That's right.
You can find House of R. You're still podcasting, right?
Still podcasting.
House of R with Mallory Rubin.
That's right.
We did 50 most rewatchable movies ever as one of the last pods. The
21st
last
century.
movie we've done was F1, which you were here for. Last night, my son comes home, doesn't have a lot of homework. School just started again. And my wife and him are negotiating movies.
Yeah.
Somehow they start with Devil Wears Prada. My son hadn't seen it.
Wow.
Whoa.
They run through the whole thing. You know what? I didn't leave the room.
I bet not.
It was number one. It was like improved the ranking.
2026 is just racking up numbers. Do you think they saw your clips, like any of the clips from that mailbag, and they were like, let's do Dad Proud?
No, my son watched 10 minutes, 12 minutes of the top 50.
Yeah.
Thought it was a good idea, but got bored.
Mm-hmm. Did he go to Instagram to look at the graphic?
I don't know if he did that. Anyway, Rewatchables. We're just cranking it in 2026. We're trying to do some movies because we're moving the Rewatchables to video. Still on Spotify.
That's right.
But we're moving it to Netflix at the end of the month. We're going to try to match it with some Netflix movies, including What Lies Beneath, which is on Netflix and is a movie very dear to your heart.
Well, it features
evil,
two of the hottest people ever to walk the earth.
More importantly, evil Harrison Ford.
James Remar and Miranda
Spoiler.
Otto.
And James Remar.
You know how I feel about Miranda Otto.
What Lies Beneath is next. All right, the duel is here. Michelle Pfeiffer versus Harrison Ford. My favorite versus your favorite. Let's go. It's like heated rivalry all over again.
That's not what
You can
happened.
tell he
We're like
hasn't
two
watched Heated. You
Russians.
can tell he hasn't watched Heated
It
Rivalry.
would be Harrison Ford and James Remar if it was Heated Rivalry.
Yeah, my bad.
Why choose? I mean, I would choose Harrison Ford over any other
I know you
person
would.
in the history of the world because he is the most precious thing to me and to so many. But why not both? I mean, that's the great joy of the film is getting to watch Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer whisper into each other's ears, tickle some chest hair.
Believable
Can
couple.
we take a believable couple? Sure. Hot people like to fuck each other, right?
Mal's off to a roaring start.
Did you have a lot of anticipation for this when it was coming out in 2000? Were you like the two #1 draft picks are united?
The thing is, I didn't have Michelle Pfeiffer season tickets because
In 2000?
What? Of course.
a little bit of a broken picker with some of her movies.
Well,
Some movies that I'm just like, I'm not going to see that. You ever heard that expression when a friend of yours is just dating the
Sure.
wrong people and you're
course.
like, a little bit of a broken picker.
yep.
I thought she had a little bit of a script broken
I've never
picker.
heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Couple, she lost my trust a little bit, but I was always there if it was going to be like a vehicle
Right.
Sure.
for all the things I liked about her. But I mean, the irony of this is the last really big movie in their kind of late primes that they did. They both moved into a different phase, which we'll talk about later.
Yes.
But CR, why don't we do this more often? Just two massive stars. We throw them together. They're a little bit in danger. One of them's in danger. Like, shouldn't we just do like where are all the stars we have now? Just make movies like this.
Yeah, I mean, I think every once in a while you see somebody come up with an idea to do something like this. There's like an A24 movie coming out with Zendaya and Robert Pattinson
right.
that looks like it has some of those qualities that you're talking about, where it's like people like these two a lot. Let's put them together and throw a concept on it.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about What Lies Beneath to me is the way that it transitions a little bit from the From Hell erotic thriller 90s into the high concept 2000s. And it becomes, if you go into this thinking it's an erotic thriller, I dare say you might need a little bit of the Billy Bob Thornton juice to get through it.
Little movie
because-
blue balls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's way more of a haunted house ghost story than it
Yes.
is a erotic thriller.
It's also, I wrote down the ultimate family horror movie along the lines of like a Poltergeist.
What do you mean by family horror?
A movie that
For
you
the
can,
family to share?
you can kind of, it's
Oh, the whole family can
it's
watch.
not like, hey guys, let's
Mm.
cue up Hereditary,
Sure.
Christmas Eve. What do you think? This is like a safe horror movie. It's scary, but it's not too scary.
It's
You can-
spooky.
it's
Yeah.
spooky. It's
Mhm.
creepy.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable, but it's not like scary.
Yeah. I basically want to spend as much time with Harrison Ford as I can, but I don't, as you guys know, like horror movies because I'm a coward. I'm a weak baby and a coward.
Yeah.
So this was one for a while. It's like, can I handle it? But I do think the genre meld makes it palatable to people
Yeah.
who are a little bit horror averse because the supernatural element is very prominent and the like domestic thriller aspect, that blend spares it for being too scary, prohibitively scary, but it is certainly like alarming.
There's a couple great sequences that we'll talk about, but I mean the bathtub stuff is like really high end,
Sure.
disorienting, and there's a couple good jump scares.
There are.
We haven't done a really significant director recast in a long time. Like we usually skip past that category or just we briefly talk about it. This is one I think you could have a 20-minute conversation about all the different people who were around this time who would have had different takes on the same material and provoked way different reactions than Zemeckis. Zemeckis is a master technician. He's an amazing filmmaker, but there are guys out there that would have gone further than the red apple and the red dress. Let's just put it that way.
And there's probably some actresses that might have taken it up a notch too.
Yeah.
That was another thing. This is a PG-13 performance by Michelle Pfeiffer. Even the sex scene, which I'm sure we'll talk about later, I'm almost positive.
I hope so.
It's a little tame. It's a little TNT-ish. They're not going Showtime.
Yeah.
Circa 2012. Nobody's with me on that?
Of course.
I'm trying to think
we're
of like
stunned into silence because our minds are racing
I was trying
with
to
the
think of the
possibilities.
raciest cable time we've had.
Skinamax.
No question.
Well, yeah, that's its own thing. The recipe for this movie: two massive, attractive stars.
Yeah.
An accessible ghost mystery. A fucking awesome house. Can't
It's
wait
a
to
great
talk about
house.
that. It's kind of a stealth, shaky marriage movie.
For sure.
And then it's one of my favorites, Mal.
Yeah.
She's going nuts and nobody believes in her.
Yeah.
But I kind of believe her.
That's
I don't
right.
think she's crazy, but everyone else does. I love movies like that.
I think that part of the fun of the movie, especially the first time you watch it, and then I would say maybe the second time you watch it, because when a movie is rooted in some capacity in a twist, the first time you rewatch it, you're like, okay, I see all of the clues, all of the breadcrumbs and where they're pointing. There are like a number of different twists in the movie, ultimately. I will say one thing we should talk about at some point today is how the trailer basically completely gives away the
I
movie,
had that
which is
as
like
number one. What stage the
real
worst?
What stage the worst? So
No,
that's tough.
the trailer fucking killed it. It was like, oh, it's evil Harrison Ford. He's the killer.
Yes.
But Zemeckis has this whole.
It even spoils her possession by
The affair,
Madison's.
who Madison is, the fact that they look like all of that.
Did
just
you
in
see
the
what he
trailer.
said about this though?
Zemeckis?
This is like his thing. He's like, I want people to enjoy the movie, and the more they know what's coming, the less they're worrying about what's
This
coming.
is why-
I'm like, I feel the opposite.
No.
Don't be a coward, Bob.
Yeah. Come
Yeah.
on, Bob.
Scare the
Z.
shit out of me. Also, this comes out at the tail end of an era in Hollywood movies where people were pretty good about, more or less, keeping twists
Right.
a secret. So Usual
Right,
Suspects,
Sixth Sense
Sixth
is
Sixth
there.
Sense,
Yeah.
The Matrix, Fight
Yeah.
Club. Like people were like, yeah, man, go to the movies. You're going to really enjoy this. I won't tell you what happens. They're giving this away in like the 2-minute trailer.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that he is actually the killer and will try to kill again is not revealed in the trailer, but the fact that you should be suspicious of him for all of these reasons is. And if you go in without having seen that part of the real fun of the movie is that he seems like such a lovely guy to share a life with. Like,
Yeah,
he's
right.
a little gaslighty from the jump, I will say. Gaslighting is pretty persistent throughout, but he's like, you want to fool around? I'm like, sure, you're Harrison Ford, so the answer would be yes.
Yeah,
Let's
I'd love to.
let's renovate this beautiful Vermont lake house. That's all great. So you have like the Madison aspect of it. You have, to your point about is she crazy? Also, I think a stretch of the film where you shift from wondering, did she do it? Is Claire the killer?
Well, there's a lot of like Claire lost time. She's got
Right.
a memory.
She has repressed
a blanked
something.
memory
Yeah.
somewhere. Yeah.
So that's an enticing possibility for a stretch of the film. And so that part of it is very fun.
Did you know what was going to happen in this movie, Craig?
No, I watched it with Liz and her two brothers. None of us watched the trailers. We had no idea
Yeah.
what was going on.
Good.
Truly did not know that the Harrison Ford twist was coming.
Okay.
It was a real, I don't know what's going to happen next for a while. Even up until the
Yeah.
end in certain ways. It was pretty
Yeah,
open-ended.
Because even at the end, you're just kind of like, okay, maybe he is like just trying to get out from under this affair.
My daughter watched The Sixth Sense with her boyfriend who had never seen it
Didn't know
a
the
couple
twist?
days ago, and he didn't know the twist.
Oh, man.
I
Dynamite.
moved it, and I told you how I watched Shawshank with Ben.
Yeah.
And he didn't know anything, and like multiple times was like, oh man, I can't believe he killed himself. And then they open the cell and he's not there. It's like, whoa!
Yeah.
And he had a couple of those. And I just get jealous of the people that don't know
Get to
these
see it for the
famous
first
twists
time.
are happening.
It's
Not that
great.
this
I
is
mean, we're out of
famous.
that era entirely now, of course, because like a trailer drop is an eventized thing. Trailers literally come into our lives with a mini trailer at the beginning of the trailer. It is enticing to sell the movie by subverting people's expectation of Harrison Ford as hero. That makes sense as like a marketing gambit. However, it is a demerit in terms of sapping some of the suspense
Also,
from the first hour 12 of the movie.
Do you need to sell Harrison Ford in
Not
the
to
year
me.
2000?
Not
The
to
guy
me.
was like one of the biggest stars we had.
Well, his 80s is the best decade anyone has ever had, and the 90s are pretty great too.
I wonder if there was, I mean, not specifically pressure from Ford, but since the entire pitch of the movie is like,
Right.
here's a guy, one of his most famous roles is when he is falsely accused of killing his wife. We're going to tip off that this is
Yes.
a different kind of role from him, and that this is not the fugitive again.
There is a moment when you almost think he's going to say, like,
I didn't kill my wife.
I didn't kill my wife.
Well, we get the little wink when Warren
Yeah.
says that, which, feels very deliberate.
You think
certainly.
Zemeckis was down with Derrick Henry not being used enough in the last month of the Ravens season?
So what minute
It's like, great
mark?
Zach.
What minute mark
Eight-
are we at?
We're like around 16, 17.
That took longer than I thought
Yeah.
it would for him to give me shit about the Ravens. I'm fine.
I have another football analogy. My queen, Michelle Pfeiffer,
Yeah.
who's I don't think has ever looked better. It's like this or Dangerous Minds in the
perfect.
finals for her.
Yeah.
Little older.
More
I
than
wrote,
Baker Boys?
Well,
Oh.
here's my case.
Mm-hmm.
I wrote down like Brady and the Falcons Pats Super Bowl. Little older, more experience,
Mhm.
unassailable, full confidence, peak of her powers, the
Yeah.
fucking goat.
I like that you
Michelle
should write
Pfeiffer.
that down.
Makes
Yeah.
sense.
Wasn't like you could
Just in
argue
case you forgot.
you could argue like Fabulous Baker Boys was like her 04 to 07 range, but I want the Pats Falcons. This is it. This is her. This and to Jillian on her 37th birthday. She just knows. There's no lead that's safe. She can run any 2-point conversion. She just knows what she's doing.
She's flawless. The
Flawless.
performance is great. She looks astonishing. We're in a wonderful fashion period for her as well. Short of a Tarantino movie, like I'm struggling to think of how many other films you could put up here on the like foot stuff front. We don't really need too many excuses. Obviously, a lot of the end of the film, the climax of the film is like, can she find the toe dexterity to
get
pull
to the
plug
dream.
on? Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You think Tarantino's like, fuck, this
he's
is
like,
great.
this is
Yeah.
I
man.
love this.
We're doing something special and important here. But even just like the toe on
Texting Zemeckis.
the little shard of glass, we've got the Birkenstock shot when she slides off the rock. You
Yeah.
really think that the fence cutting the wrists repeatedly at the beginning of the movie is going to matter, and then it doesn't.
Yeah,
Lot
there's
of
a
red
lot,
herrings
lot
in
of red
this.
herrings. A lot of
Yeah.
red herrings.
My wife made this point
Mm-hmm.
because Michelle Pfeiffer is so beautiful that even other women are like, wow, she looks awesome.
Yeah.
And my wife was the Good Son mom's in this.
Yeah.
The lady from The Good Son who's holding the 2 kids. Ah. Let's Macaulay Culkin go. We haven't done The Good Son yet. It's coming.
Okay.
It's coming when we do From Hell Month. And
That's
my wife
that's a
was
good
like,
theme.
this lady's really pretty. And Michelle Pfeiffer is just blowing her off
Yeah.
the screen. It's like, and she was like, I would never want to be an actress in a Michelle Pfeiffer movie during this time where you're just getting annihilated, just having coffee with
You're
her
always
for
second
3
banana.
minutes.
Yeah.
Great run. So she'd been a little bit of a slump after Dangerous Minds.
Mhm.
Up Close and Personal to Jillian on her 37th birthday, which is a great location movie. I highly recommend
What's
that.
the location?
Nantucket. Just go. You want to spend
okay.
some time in Nantucket.
Nice.
One Fine Day, a movie that I think all of us thought was going to work,
That's
and it just
Clooney,
didn't
right?
with Clooney.
Yeah.
1,000 Acres, Prince of Egypt, Deep End of the Ocean, which is was
Tough.
sadly not good. Midsummer Night's
yeah.
Dream, and then The Story of Us, which was another one that was basically about Rob Reiner's divorce. That one, her and Bruce Willis.
Oh, yeah.
Not a good hang, that movie. And she kind of needed this one, and this was a massive hit. And then just pairing her and Harrison Ford, it's like fucking Mad Libs of just let's put 2 giant stars together. And chemistry wise, I thought like a 9.5 out of 10, 10 out of 10.
I mean, you know how I feel about this. Harrison Ford has chemistry with a blade of grass. Harrison Ford has chemistry with anyone.
Top 5 chemistry for Harrison Ford in movies.
Well,
Kelly McGillis?
you know that I think McGillis, the longing, the yearning in Witness, I
So
think
that's
can't
still
be
your number
matched.
one.
Yeah, the
Who's
barn
the
scene and the
wife
sponge
Mosquito
bath.
Coast?
Helen Mirren.
Helen Mirren.
Because they reunited in 1923.
That's right.
And that, of course, he's a bad guy. He's a bad guy in that movie. So it's not like this is the first time we'd seen him be a bad guy.
I'm trying to remember the.
Kristen Scott Thomas and Random Hearts.
I watched that movie a lot when
Yeah,
I was
That
younger.
movie's
You know
solid. I like Random Hearts.
It's not my favorite Harrison Ford haircut, I will say, but
Yeah.
he has
Who's
chemistry with
Henry
Brennan
everyone.
Scotchy, Presumed Innocent.
Who's
Oh,
Henry's
for sure.
wife?
Yeah. For sure.
Regarding Henry.
Yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
Annette Bening.
Annette Bening,
Yeah.
that's right.
That's a great one.
We'll be doing that during dramas that have now become comedies month. That's
He's
also
got
on the
great
schedule.
chemistry with the Ritz crackers painting behind him in that movie. Yeah,
I wonder
he's got
if-
chemistry with everyone.
He would be the a top 5 podcast for me.
Harrison?
Because I would ask questions like, all right,
He's probably on the
with
trail
every
now.
actress. Who did you have the best
Harrison
chemistry with?
Ford. He was
Well, he's like a famously legendary interview because for so long he was so, such a curmudgeon, right?
Yeah.
And now he's kind of in his like phase of actually engaging
Yes.
in a more meta way with the fact that that was his interview persona for so long. Like when he did Dial of Destiny and 1923 and Shrinking kind of all at the same time and was really out there, I have never felt so alive.
Oh, wow.
I have never
I'm sure he's
felt so
furious
alive.
that Sam Elliott got this landman part.
He's
It's like I couldn't have lay in a pool with
I was
some
going to
stripper.
say he's in 1923, but
I was right
obviously
here.
Sheridan famously like reuses performers across many
it's
properties.
Like, he also like damaged Sam Elliott's hip on 1883, so
Well,
it feels like this is payback for that. This is like
Oh,
it's been
interesting.
incorporated into
Like
the
a
plot,
much easier
You fall into
plot.
the pool, you can't get out because your hip hurts.
Listen, I say this very lightly and not in an aggressive way to you, especially. But this was the end of his extended 25-year prime, this movie.
I agree with that.
We move into a different phase of Harrison Ford.
but
From 97 to 2000, Devil's Own, Air Force One, 6 Days, 7 Nights, Random Hearts, What Lies Beneath. And 6 Days, 7 Nights was a good movie that got completely overshadowed by all the stuff going on with Anne Hatch.
That's
but
right.
it's actually like a good movie.
Mhm.
That's the plane crash movie where like they're on a
and they're
deserted
together.
island?
And,
Yeah.
But he's
Tough stretch
57 when he
from there.
filmed this. And Mal, this was the final stop. It was like John Cena turning heel.
No.
No, in his prime.
Not the final stop.
No, but
sure,
this is
yes.
kind of a move. It's
There's
like the
a-
last thing I haven't done is gone heel.
There's a real lull after this for sure. And then I think he makes some good movies in the early 10s, like.
But he's not like the
Now he's
Harrison
back.
Ford is the fugitive. I'm going.
Yeah. I mean, we get like Force Awakens and 15,
what's like a
Blade
2000s
Runner.
movie like K-19?
Yeah, Widowmaker's
Widowmaker?
like right on the heels of this.
Indiana
Okay.
Jones 4 is good. I will defend that
Crystal
movie. It's not-
Skull
Yeah, I like
is
it.
good.
Yeah.
Crystal Skull's not that bad.
No,
I don't
Crystal
think it's bad
Skull's good.
either. I actually don't think it's bad, but
The first
good
hour is great.
That's not the one that came out a couple years
That's
ago.
No,
Kate
Dial of
Blanchett.
Destiny, but
Fourth
that's good.
No,
I
that-
think Dial of Destiny is good.
I think
think
Dial of Destiny
Yes,
is good.
I have a take on this that I
Crystal
feel
Skull
strongly
is
about.
Spielberg still cooking for the first hour of that
Dial
movie.
of Destiny
Is that
is
Shia?
Mangold.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
Yeah,
Dial
that's
of-
not bad. I
It's
agree
good.
with Craig.
None of them are
It's not
bad. Even the things that are bad
Shia
about
was
them
well
is
cast.
fun.
I would make that argument.
Dial of
as well.
Destiny is good because it's actually like, what is it like if you are the hero of your world to get old? It's like we're not pretending that Indy isn't old in that movie. That's actually interesting. It's a story about legacy. You don't like that?
He was 80.
And he still got it,
he
man.
was
When he took
80.
his shirt off, he looked fucking great. We went back to the elbow kiss. Wonderful.
He was 80. That's my problem with that
Fuck
movie.
Did
off.
you
He was
have a
80.
take on the mailbag question we got about the Harrison Ford body odor category for Indiana Jones? Like just stinking.
I don't think
and
Mal
then-
would have a problem with that.
I don't
Yeah,
have. I
you
have
probably
like.
would be fine, right?
I don't know.
So this gets at a. I like Chris has heard me talk about. I always wonder when there's like a showman's on Survivor when people are fucking on Survivor. I'm like, I can't really think of anything less appealing than
The hygiene gets
Yeah,
it passes
exploring
the
each other's
point.
bodies
Smelling,
when
I
you
think.
smell that much, but maybe you just go nose blind. Yeah, there's not a scenario where I wouldn't want to fuck Harrison Ford.
I think you go nose
You can't
blind.
present me with one. Sorry.
Yeah, I think you go
Also,
nose
it's not like
blind on
Marion
Survivor.
in Raiders is getting like spa days. You know what I mean? She's also out there.
Yeah.
She's in the markets in Morocco or whatever. Yeah.
Snuggling up in a cot together. They're having
Chris,
a
did
great
you buy
time.
Evil Harrison Ford?
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I think he does a lot of really the stuff I like the most in this movie are the subtle tips
Yes.
towards his evil throughout the film. So like his obsession with his dad,
Yep.
his muttering, his like obsession with like this big paper he's presenting. I like all that stuff. And then his heel turn at the end, especially the bathtub scene, the bathroom scene is
Really
really
good.
great.
I mean, his legal defense would have been, I'm just a stick man. What do you want from me?
What do you want?
Man's got to get what a man's got to get. I'm sorry.
Got a lot of questions about law enforcement in the greater Vermont.
Me too.
area,
I have some
but,
questions
yeah.
about the state of Madison's missing person case
Yeah.
throughout this movie. But on that like subtle clues front, even the opening shot that we get, like our introduction to Norman, not the opening shot of the film, but the first time we see him is his hand, Harrison Ford hand acting. Always something worth talking about. Nothing will ever top Blade Runner, but this is a great installment in the Harrison Ford hand acting. The bloody hands on the tub edge in particular, but like his hand reaching around a throat is the
Hand acting?
opening.
What?
Oh my God. Yeah, the hands of a carpenter put to good work in many respects
Much
throughout
like
the
Jesus,
decades. Indeed. He's my
Jack
Jesus.
Black, #1 hand actor.
Harrison Ford's hand acting is remarkable. Now, if you're thinking about it, you can't unsee it. Once
Yeah.
you know to look for it, it's everywhere. And so, like the first thing we see with Norman is he's like reaching around. It ends up being a loving embrace, but it's a really threatening gesture if you look at it. In hindsight, maybe fun depending on what two consenting adults are up to on a given evening.
Can't
But
judge.
No.
think we could keep up with
As
that.
long as there's a safe word. I love Harrison Ford. I would take
Same.
his entire library on a desert island over, I think, just about any other actor.
No
I think it's
question.
a great question. Hanks is in there.
Denzel.
Denzel, Stallone,
Cruise.
Yeah. Cruise probably wins this, but
I would pick Harrison
this would
Ford.
be a good ringer bracket.
Oh, yeah.
Desert Island
Desert Island, you only
filmographies.
get the one person's filmography. Who you taking?
There's no way I'm not picking Harrison Ford because Witness is one of my favorites, and then I get Star Wars and Indy, and Blade Runner. Come on,
What's like the
Jack
most,
Sean
Ryan
would be like
movies?
Paul Dano.
what is the most like Wichita State out there Cinderella one for this bracket?
For that bracket?
Like, is it
like
Liam-
Joey Pants?
Is it like Liam
Joey
Neeson?
Pants is
Joey
like
Pants
a
is a
15
great one.
seed.
Because you
Yeah.
get Midnight
Joey Pants.
Run, you get
100
The
movies.
Matrix.
You
Yeah,
get
it's like the
Last of
Robert
Us?
Horry. They have all the titles, but they're just side characters. Like,
Honestly, Rogan,
That's fun.
considering like he's in movies in 03. Like he's in I just saw him in something in 03 or 04. He's the cameraman.
40-Year-Old Virgin. He's in.
Yeah, 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Is that
one
where
of
he's the
those.
cameraman?
But you
Yeah.
also can get Steve Jobs in there, right? Like with Rogan, that's right.
Yeah, Rogan's got, I mean, if you go just 21st century, interesting one. We'll have to revisit that. This movie has a murderer's row of graduated that guys and that gals.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Good Son mom, Wendy Crewson. Diana Scarwood
Yeah.
from my favorite movie, Inside Moves, that Sierra won't acknowledge. It's a
It's
Red Hot
Anchorman,
October.
by the way. He's a cameraman in Anchorman.
That's
Anchorman,
right.
that's what it
Yeah,
was. That's
yeah.
where I saw him. Joe Mooney,
Mm-hmm.
Terminator 2, like an ultimate that guy performance by Joe Mooney.
The-
One of the all-timers.
I mean, you still haven't mentioned my that guy.
Well,
Yeah.
who's your that guy?
The guy who plays Stan, Ray Baker, I think
Oh.
his name is, who's the guy who sells Quaid the package in Total Recall.
I'm not even sure. Oh, that guy.
He's like sells him the Mars package.
That's his name?
Yeah.
So you stepped on that guy, but I guess it was justified because we didn't mention James Remar yet.
Yeah.
James Remar.
Richard
He's
from
your
Sex
boy.
and the City.
I always said James Raymar.
Walked by
Remar.
him, I would say at least 20 times in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
We live in the same neighborhood. And I almost don't want to spoil it. I don't want to say anything to him.
You don't want
So
to
it's
tell him
just
about
kinda
this
there.
podcast? No?
Just like, man, Gans, I think, is the best action movie villain of all time.
Who are you more nervous to talk to, Raymar or Peyton Pritchard?
Oh, Remar.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
over an athlete in their 20s? No, Remar, I think, is the number one that guy. I would be like,
Okay.
not nervous to talk to, but I would be really worried about the approach.
You should leave a gift basket on his porch, just like Claire does
Oh
in
yeah.
this movie, and then watch him through binoculars very sloppily.
That's what I'm gonna
right?
do.
And then see,
It's a
does
good
he
call, Mel.
discard the flowers but keep the wine?
Like that. Zemeckis made this movie during the long break in Castaway. The
So
only
interesting.
rewatchables that somebody soloed, which was me during
Wow.
5 weeks into COVID.
All-timer. All-time move by you.
Hanks had to lose weight and grow a beard. Zemeckis used the same crew, and they
Mhm.
filmed All of What Lies Beneath, and then went back and finished Castaway. What a run!
And
What
also
a fucking heat check.
the thing
Crazy.
that's amazing is it's not like this was an easy shoot.
No.
Like they reconstructed a house in
Yeah.
Los Angeles sound stages to do the interiors. Like this was a significant undertaking and has a lot of visual effects.
Water shooting, filming with water, never easy. What do you think Wilson was doing while Hanks was growing a beard and
They're
and
making more
shedding weight?
Wilsons. They're just
What was Wilson doing during the
the prop
hiatus?
person was just bringing in more Wilsons. Feeling, is this too over the top?
Sweet Wilson.
Director standings. He moves into sole possession of 4th place.
Interesting. So Back to the Future 1
Wow.
and 2, Flight, this.
Gump, Castaway.
Gump. Yeah.
What's his
6.
early movie?
He has used cars,
Used
I think,
Cars,
that we could
yeah.
do. There's a couple later. So Spielberg and Scott are at 9. Mann and Scorsese are 8. Fincher and Reiner are 7. Zemeckis 6. That's where we are right now. Ridley Scott and De Palma at 5.
Wow.
There's some ones that are probably going to bump up. There's some on the list that
You-
Tarantino's probably going to start rising pretty
Are
soon.
you going to finally do Blade Runner and move Ridley Scott up?
I wonder if Denis Villeneuve
We'll
will
just
have
stay
any
and do it right
action.
after this.
I'll call Ted and see when Blade Runner is going to be on.
Okay.
I'll text him later. Movies written by Clark Gregg,
This is like
and who's an actor.
who?
Go ahead.
Who's an actor?
I'm just
He's
saying
Agent
he's an actor.
Phil Coulson in the MCU. This is crazy that he wrote this
not,
screenplay.
he might as well
rewrote
be
this
like he
screenplay.
plays Galadriel. You know, like he doesn't know.
Did
He
he
definitely
stop?
doesn't know who Galadriel is.
Did he stop Velcro?
You're the best. He has a very crucial showdown with Loki at one point.
Oh,
The fact that Agent Phil
know
Coulson,
who
an
that
agent
is.
of S.H.I.E.L.D., who is in the MCU,
Yeah.
rewrote this script, right? Rewrote it. I just don't know how to wrap my mind around this.
It's really strange. It's strange that he's never. Has he done other stuff other than this?
He has 2 other movies
Okay.
that he has done. He has the screenplay credits for Choke in 2008 and Trust Me in
Choke with Sam Rockwell?
2013.
I saw that movie.
And this.
How about that?
Yeah. And according to a recent article from CBR.com, Clark Gregg has said that he intends to return to the What Lies Beneath universe.
Does he really?
Oh, it's a universe now.
I don't know what that
Wow.
means. Do we think we're going to get like a Caitlyn story?
Yeah.
You know, something like that?
One thing I wanted to mention about the
Norman's
universe,
Ghost?
the just being located in Vermont
It's gorgeous.
and how much great Hollywood stuff happens in Vermont. And it's also like all bets are off in Vermont, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's where like in The Sopranos when Vito gets outed and he's just like, he's up there with Johnny Cakes in Vermont or New
It's
Hampshire.
where
for,
Diane
like,
Keaton bumps
big
into
time.
Sam Shepard being a veterinarian in Baby
Yeah, it's
Boom.
just, you just never know
right.
what's going to happen up there. There's no cops. Funny Farm, I think was it up there? But it's always like upstate New
funny-
York,
Yeah.
New Hampshire,
New England is a great.
Vermont. It's just
Yeah.
great.
And this
It's
is-
remote. It always feels safe, but it's kind of not.
I
Good
can't think of
location.
a better movie with Lake Champlain in the background.
It's beautiful.
The original story was written by Sarah Knochin,
Documentarian.
inspired by a real paranormal experience she had. Obviously, in my wheelhouse.
You
The
love
ghost,
this. You
our
love
house
this.
is fine. The ghosts love us now.
You're getting along with the ghosts.
Yeah, they
Have you-
accept us now.
What do you mean? This house has no ghosts anymore, or that you have
No, they're here
you're
still.
They're
cohabitating?
here. They're good with
Give
us.
me
They
a
like
little
us.
bit of
Okay.
little color on that. So, like, how would you say you guys are?
Nothing happened except went away for a couple weeks in the summer
Yeah.
and came back and like a frame fell over like
Okay.
within 20 minutes of us being home.
As
It
a
was
way to
weird.
say we're glad you're back, you think? Like
or
a way
it's
to
like,
reach out
hey,
and
you pushed
communicate?
it there.
Yeah.
We like when you're around.
Yeah.
That's how I interpreted it.
Okay. Interesting. Do you-
Third floor,
Yeah.
there's a door that just sometimes it's open, sometimes it's shut, and
Well,
nobody touches it.
Big part of the plot of this movie.
Yeah.
So has anybody like written a message to you in the steam in a mirror?
No.
Okay.
Are
See,
you-
that would actually freak me
That
out.
would freak me out
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
Are you open to having a paranormal investigator come over and
No,
interrogate?
because I don't think the ghost would
question.
like that. I want the ghost to like us.
Okay.
See,
I think that like putting them on display, I don't think works.
yeah,
You
but
want to be like, we acknowledge they're there.
yeah.
They like us. Why
Yeah.
you?
No, I just think so. This is one of my. I can't decide if this is like the hot take about the movie. I have another hottest take, but like the hot take about the movie is if you stay in a haunted house that long, you deserve to maybe die. Or if what's age the worst is just like how long Claire stays around after all of these horrible
That
things
is
are
true.
happening.
She should have left pretty early.
Yeah, it's kind of disqualifying. But I think what when I'm bumping on with what you're saying, I like that you guys are cohabitating peacefully. I think you're afraid of the ghost still, and you're pretending you're not, because the fact that you're really like
no, I'm
there's
not.
a
Go up
level
and
of
get dog food up
trepidation
there all
here.
the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
not
don't want to
worried
piss
anymore.
off the ghost, and that means that you're still living in fear.
And what's the sort of household feeling on it? Like wife, son.
Zoe's in the worst spot with it because she had a dream once that a witch was clawing at her and woke up and had scratch marks on her arm. But she might have done it herself. That
Did
was-
she have any like
that was the
skin
worst
under
thing
her
that's
fingernails?
happened. I probably should have led with that.
I mean, that's bad.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
wasn't great.
That's
She's
bad.
like, we have a witch. I'm like, nah, we don't know.
A witch would be cool. Is it the
I don't
ghost
know.
of a witch, or like a witch who is just like, you
See,
know?
2026, we're really bringing it on the
Boy.
Rewatchables. Taking it
Yeah,
up
this could
another
go in
level.
any direction.
Yeah. $100 million budget for What Lies Beneath.
Which is
It made $291 million.
Yep.
10th biggest film of 2000. New category,
mhm.
the Horlbeck Century Club.
Yeah.
So one of our listeners said that we have to tie everything to 100 minutes. This movie, Craig, 130 minutes.
Yeah.
So what is it on the scale? Is it it's not 30 minutes too long, is it?
No, it's probably 15 though. This probably could be a 155er, I think is the right move. There is it's the first hour is definitely a little slow. I have to imagine with the rewatch even, knowing what's coming probably feels like it takes quite a while to get there. There's a lot of like, she looks through the binoculars 3 more times and she probably needs to. It is a little slow for a while.
It's also
All
a
right.
tough movie to. You have to watch it. You have to watch like all the little clues,
Yes.
Yes.
all the little camera
Yeah.
moves. It demands a lot of attention. There's a lot of sequences without dialogue, and so it's a tough movie to be like, I'm gonna go get a chocolate chip cookie and come back, and I'll know what's going on.
I give it a -15.
Well, I'm wondering, do we use decimals or is it just straight digits?
Well, I was wondering
for
if we
the
were going to
Century Club?
create our own metric, like how many Horlbecks do you want to give this movie?
Yeah.
Plus or minus 10 Craigs.
So
Yeah.
it's a
Custom metric.
So he's
Smart.
it's like a minus 14.7.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
keep track and we'll see at the end
Keep
of the year
track.
which is the biggest number. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the Horlbeck scale. I agree with you. I think like about 154 range
Mm-hmm.
is probably.
But do
the
you
right move.
agree that it should be removed from the front of the movie? Because I would posit, be curious when you rewatch it what you actually think of this, because the end is so suspenseful when you're watching it for the first time. Once you know what's coming,
See,
I
would
will
tighten it a
say,
little bit. Yeah, I
like
agree.
20 minutes of slowly walking
'Cause you-
down the steps
Yes.
and like stopping in places.
Everything
of the
is
bridge you
very
don't-
deliberate.
It's a touch
And
too
quiet.
long once you know
Yes.
the rest.
There's
of
a
it.
Or
couple
more
of things
nudity,
that
I
happen
think,
where you're
with
like, you
No
could
argument
just,
here.
like, did she even need there's a couple of things, like, if you're going to dive in to get the jewelry box,
Yeah.
like, just open. Like, we don't need to go on a long trip to Adamant to get the key. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Good call, CR. That's
Thanks,
why
bud.
you're the best.
But we get to see a charming village.
Yeah. It's true.
Another new category, watch party. Best setting for a watch rewatch. I'm only going to give all these once, but afterwards we'll be much faster. So the nominees are first date night after you've been dating for a while or you're married,
Absolutely not.
kids, in-laws, safe, scary, family hang, proxy vacation, theater, airplane, solo. That's CR's category for hardcore. Peanut gallery, ladies' night, pregame, or 5 o'clocker. This is safe, scary. Obviously, this is
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
Kids can watch
you can
this.
be at your girlfriend's house when you're visiting her in college, and it's like, what should we watch? And it's like, we could probably watch What Lies Beneath. There's nothing bad.
Gotta say, I do think it has some late summer vacation vibes.
Oh,
Mm.
like
Like last
about
2
to go back
days
to
at the
college?
vacation.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go back, but before you go back home, and
Yeah.
any body of water nearby, it helps. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. There's a boat.
Bad news. Roger Ebert, 2 stars.
Yeah.
He said it milks the genuine skills of its actor and director for more than it deserves. It runs off the rail in the ending, more laughable than scary.
Mm-hmm.
He uses the phrase morass of absurdity at one point.
Ah, man. Poet. He's not alone in his opinion of this movie. This is not exactly a critically adored
40%
piece of
something
cinema.
Rotten Tomatoes.
49% on the old RT, I believe.
Sadly, I
51 on
remember
Metacritic.
where I took my future wife to see this movie,
Mhm.
and I remember where we saw it, and it was fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I think as the years have passed, I think it's become a better hang.
Mhm.
It's a really good throw it on movie. You
Interesting.
can just kind of
Yeah.
be on as you're doing something else. It's just pleasant, fun hang. Taking a break, and we're gonna do most rewatchable scene. All right, I'm gonna throw some most rewatchable scenes at you. Hey, the first 25 minutes are tough.
Yeah.
Where it's a lot of like setup.
Mhm.
It's really the dinner double date.
That's your first rewatchable scene?
Well, you could pick any small
wow.
ones like binoculars, jump scare. I'm just kind of moving us along.
Here's the thing. The first time through, the binoculars, the
Yeah.
jump scare through the fence, all very cool.
Yeah.
Multiple times through, you're like, I know the
Diminishing
viewers
returns.
are like a complete red herring. So
Yeah.
the first half hour of this movie,
That's the thing.
is
I
kind
feel
of
like
for
you could
nothing.
start this 25 minutes in and you're okay.
But you're right. The dinner scene is awesome.
I love double dates where we're just getting
Dinner
info
scene's
and
great.
we're picking apart couples and I'm getting little
The
clues.
crosstalk is great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're really
Yeah.
straining.
Yeah.
Like when you first watched it or when you rewatch it, do you listen to the men or the women?
Mm.
Well, this is an interesting litmus test, isn't it?
I listen to the women
I listen to the men.
as an ally. Yeah.
I listen to whoever Michelle Pfeiffer was talking to.
Well, she's
That was-
talking to Elena, so you're listening to
Yeah.
the women. I'm hanging on Harrison
But it's
Ford's
kind of
every word.
amazing because
That's a really good scene.
Stan gives away the movie because
Yes.
he's like, did you hear about Bo whatever?
Yeah,
who got
Bo Flynn and
stalked by it?"
cardio.
Yeah. And he's like, wow, they really
Stalking
don't
an
play
intern.
with those things anymore, do they? You
yeah.
know?
And he seems nervous.
Yeah.
Norman seems a
Yeah.
little nervous. The only thing before that I think you have to mention, unless we're going to just talk about all the sex stuff later, is Claire and Norman trying to like compete with the Fuhrer's fucking. That's memorable and rewatchable.
That's fair.
I don't see a way that that's not rewatchable. Do you notice when you revisit that Harrison Ford's hands are the same size as the entire
No.
keyboard?
Didn't notice that.
Didn't pick that up.
Keep an eye out. Next time
I'll
you
look next
you
time.
look. How about the way that when he leans back forward and he's like, do some more of that Norman's a genius stuff. Michelle Pfeiffer's leg is on his shoulder. You know what he's doing down there. Very memorable.
Any
Very
regrets, CR?
rewatchable.
I'm fine with it.
Very
Uh,
rewatchable.
Body with her for a while.
I've been watching Game of Thrones in the sauna.
I have so many questions about. I mean, I'm thrilled you're
I
revisiting.
feel like it could be our next Ringer rewatch pod.
We've done that before, but
No.
sure.
No, same IP. Same IP, just me in the sauna going, whoa,
Yeah,
red wedding.
That-
And then the pod's over.
that would be great. I think your recap where you don't know a single character's name would be really would have a lot of utility
You
for
gotta
people.
start-
The blonde one.
No, in the
one
sauna,
guy.
I know the names now because I'm so hot, I actually have to concentrate.
Oh, interesting.
So it's like, oh, Sansa.
Look at this guy.
Oh, yeah, it's King Robert Baratheon.
Bobby B. Yeah.
Bobby B is
Hit
in
him
there.
with a hammer. Look at
Yeah,
you.
hey, Joffrey.
Oh my God. This guy.
I gotta say, really fun getting back together with the gang.
Yeah.
That's a great show. I mean, a
Really great
disastrous
show.
ending.
Are you gonna watch the
obviously.
new one?
Disastrous.
The one
Well, that's
coming out?
why I'm kind
Night
of
of the
setting
Seven
this up
Kingdoms.
to maybe keep
Yeah.
going.
Well, the
Anyway,
new one's set before this.
Yeah. It starts in a week and a half.
No, 1100s?
Yeah. Yeah, Dark Ages.
Joanna didn't know that joke.
I
I
know.
think she seriously thought I thought it was in the 1300s.
Well,
You
on
did
some
think it
level,
was
you
that.
do
Yeah.
seriously think that. So, yeah.
You don't know that it's not. Next rewatchable scene,
Mhm.
Claire finds a full bathtub in a steamy bathroom
Yep.
and a waterlogged ghost in the reflection. This is arguably I'm out of here. I'm staying in a hotel from now on.
I would
Moment.
I would simply
Yes.
leave.
I don't know if I'm back in the house after
But I
this.
do like the anxiety of both the marriage and the renovation project that they seem to have undertaken with
Yep.
this house of being
Yeah.
like, I'm fucking not leaving this place. Okay. Like I've
Right.
been rebuilding
We've
it
come this far.
for 10 years. You know, this is Norman's dad's place, but we gutted it. We got it all.
The DuPont chair. It's all actually, I think that's actually kind of one of the weird things about rewatching the movie is realizing how much of the key plot is really about the last year.
Yeah.
This year of key events in their lives, obviously the car crash, everything with Madison, the DuPont chair. But it does make me wonder, have they done all of the renovations in that span
Some
of time?
amnesia in there.
They mentioned it
So
during the dinner. I
absolutely.
can't remember,
Yeah.
but they're like, like that's his joke is like, my dad is haunting us because he's so
'Cause
mad
we
at what we
gutted the
did to the
place. We
house.
didn't gut
Yeah.
the
We
place.
could have thrown in a scene with a kid that went to college being like, my mom's been fucking batshit for like a year.
I want to get to Caitlin in a
Yeah,
second.
okay. Next one. The Ouija board scene.
No question. This is a great
I have
one.
multiple things I wrote down here, including, has there ever been a bad Ouija board scene?
Yeah.
Ever. There has been.
No. Is there
They're
a
always
bad
great.
Ouija board scene? No.
I don't ever remember watching a movie in any capacity or a TV show or anything where they're like, let's bring out the Ouija board. It always works. I'm always like, how can you guys do this?
Have
Don't
you ever
have a
done a
televi-"
Ouija board?
I would never,
Yeah, sure. of
ever,
course.
ever do that.
When I was a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you like pretend you say you light some candles, you sit in a
Never
circle,
do
you think
that.
you're doing
Yeah,
a
we use them
seance.
in like middle
Yeah,
school and high school
exactly.
and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you don't know any better. If
Yeah,
you're a fucking
good, clean
adult
fun.
using a Ouija board, like, what are you doing?
Well, and look what happened. The
Yeah.
lights flickered, the candle went out, and then Cooper. Great Cooper action in this scene in particular. I have some notes for Cooper because, like, he obviously can sense that things are amiss. He won't go into his favorite spot of water to get his favorite ball anymore. But he hasn't, like, totally turned heel and abandoned his loyalty to Norman. But when he busts into the bathroom here
That's
and scares
because
the
dogs
shit out of
aren't
them,
like
it's
super
high
sentient.
comedy.
Like, I mean, I know you guys love dogs,
What?
but like, I don't think he's
They're the
making
most
it.
intuitive animals are the most
Yeah,
intuitive
but he doesn't
creatures.
understand the depths of Norman's depravity.
Well,
Can I break the tiebreaker here? I wrote down Cooper the dog just crushing it.
yeah, thank you. Bill gets it and always has.
I thought it was a great performance by him.
As
Seemed
a-
like a great dog. I
as
thought
a-
he could have been a little more loyal
Yeah.
in a couple spots.
Yeah. But like when he barks, you know, when we see the muddy footprints and we worry it's going to be Warren and then it's Norman because they're late to dinner, like Cooper on some level, he sensed something was amiss.
Well, this leads right into her screaming at my guy, James Remar, at the party, which was just a good payoff for the red herring.
Yes.
My wife's, what does he say? My wife's right here.
I didn't kill my wife.
I didn't kill my wife.
Way too calm.
She's right
Yeah.
here.
Way too calm. Definitely at some one of my unanswerable questions is that how many years into the future does Warren kill Mary? Because for sure he kills her.
He just leaves her for a student.
Or maybe
I-
both.
Not mutually exclusive.
Yeah, it's
But
true.
he might have gone same game parlay. Tried to get both of those in red.
Oh man.
Old meddling lady at the party, and to her realizing, Michelle Pfeiffer realizing who MEF Madison Elizabeth
But
Frank
also,
was.
like, that's the point where she's starting to realize, like, oh, there's a huge chunk of my life that I don't remember.
Mhm.
Like the car accident that I think is fine, that everybody else is so alarmed about, and having this freak out at the party.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about all the podcasts I did in 2020
They're
and
gone.
beginning of 2021.
They're gone.
I
Yeah.
listen to them now. It's like somebody else did them.
Have
You're
you
gonna
ever
have to
had a
do-
moment where like you're prone over a desk doing whatever you might be doing and you look back, a gust of wind catches your ear, and then in the mirror you see yourself potting about
Yeah.
It hasn't
Alex
happened yet.
Bregman?
It might be happening soon.
Yeah.
It's like, oh man, I did Saturday Night Fever with Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah.
This is gonna be good.
Yeah. How do you feel about red apples and lit candles near your genitals?
That I didn't like the lit candles. I did not like that.
Oh,
You know what I did like?
did.
My next rewatchable scene, possess Claire.
This is the best.
All caps, yes. This is my most rewatchable
No,
scene.
no question.
Pfeiffer just breaking it out. You know, it's like
Spreading
I'll
the
throw in
legs.
the low 90s, but if you don't think I can still get to 101, watch this.
It is
104.
it is hard because it's like where she basically is like, I could have done Basic Instinct. You know, like I have this in my
She
bag.
had the
Well,
side.
Yeah.
It was the
yes.
side she never really. Fabulous Baker Boy is probably
Yeah.
the closest. A little in Scarface. Dangerous Minds, they didn't want to go near there, and
No.
that's the one where they really could have. They cut out all the Andy Garcia stuff in that movie. But yeah, she never really. She always wanted to kind of levitate above it. I respect it.
It's so great how Long Norm's just like, I'm kind of into this. You know what I mean? Like for like it's really, really, really
Well,
takes it for a while.
I mean,
there.
who can blame him, right? Like the apple, the rough bite of the apple, very weird, very funny, obviously disarming. But when she sits on the step, when she's waiting on the step of the office with the candle in front of her and opens her legs, I
Yeah.
mean, come on. His expression there is absolutely
He's like, I
fucking
hate Peter.
priceless.
This is amazing.
This is
I
like,
guess
this is living.
Catwoman was probably the time she
Yeah.
turned it on the most,
Yeah.
right?
Catwoman is very sexy role.
You've seen that
Yeah.
clip where she uses the whip and hits the 5 things all in sequence, and then the crew starts applauding.
for the Batman movie. No,
Yeah, it's like it's one of those like a camera far away,
Incredible.
and she's like, "All right, action," and she's like,
and everybody goes nuts.
and everyone's like,
I mean, who can
But,
blame them? What
yeah.
do you think she whispers into his ear? Because there's like, I timed it. It's like 3.4 seconds. I'm not sure how quick I was on the
I
trigger
can't
that we
believe
don't
that
hear.
there isn't like any speculation about this. I looked for this online and I couldn't find any lip
not on the
readers.
subtitles either.
You think she whispered something very, very, very sexy? Or
Oh, I
just
think
like,
it's naughty. Like I
Yeah.
think like
Yeah.
X-rated.
Because he's getting
Root and
pretty fired
stem?
up.
like
yeah.
a
You
term
think
that
do you think
we've never
Claire
heard of.
has that dress just in the back of the closet, or is that something she purchased special? Or
I think she has it around. You know, they're clearly like, they have some like galas, nights in the town.
Sure.
So in this stretch where, you know, we are obviously going to see the flash of green, that's like the most iconic moment from the movie, right? I mean, I guess
Yeah.
you could say some of the bathtub reflections and stuff like that, but you know, who glowing green eyes, your wife. That's like, whether or not you've seen the film, you've seen that moment for sure.
True. Just a short one, but Broken Claire jumping right into the lake. It's
Yeah.
good. I like the way it's shot. Possible great shot, Gordo for CR. Claire finds the buried chest.
Yep.
Leading into semi-crying, confessing Harrison Ford, which I'm just sorry, Mal. I'm giving him the Ruffalo, Hannah Rubin, Partridge overacting word.
What?
Yeah, I
It's
don't
such
think
a subtle,
I don't think he
restrained
was a good
performance.
crier. I thought it was kind of bad.
he does a good like the prayer
How
hands
dare
thing
you.
is good, but yeah, like when he's
I just
What should I have done? Should I sacrifice everything? Our marriage, my work that I've
she was
spent my
in our
whole life
our
over?
front yard.
I was
Claire,
compelled.
Claire redials 411.
Yeah.
And evil Harrison Ford is here.
This
And he
is
has some
also great.
weird drug I've never heard of that paralyzes you for
Well,
6
it
months.
comes up earlier in the
yeah,
movie.
Chekhov's paralytic agent,
Yeah.
right? From earlier in the movie when she goes to the lab and they're like, yeah, somewhere between 5 to 3 seconds. And like, you can't move, but your mind, you know, you're aware of everything.
Halothane.
We should have given this to Sean when I was doing my top 50 rewatchable list. He's just paralyzed in his seat, trying to like move his foot as I
Yeah.
do Limitless.
Just every 5 minutes, hit him with another
Uh,
little
Uh,
dose.
I wrote down, is this the paralyzing drug the Eagles give Jalen Hurts when they're up 20?
that's 1 for 1.
Boy,
Okay.
tough.
It's a fair question. Greg laughed.
Very tough. Very, very
Come
tough.
on, take some shots at my team, guys.
No, I'm just gonna wait.
We
'Cause
can-
by
What are
the
we
time
gonna
this comes
say?
out, I think this is bad karma for you. Because by the time this comes
Oh.
out, you
I
will
like
have
this.
played.
I like
so
this
just
energy.
keep that in mind.
It's fair. It's fair. I'll make a joke about the Pats later.
'Kay.
Try to reverse the karma. Drowning scene,
Yep.
and then car crash ending.
Mhm.
Incredible job by the waterlogged ghost corpse.
This is
Breaking through and saving the day.
I have to say I disagree with the appearance of the ghost in such a physical form in that place. I feel like in the for the most part, for the
Yeah.
rest of the movie, it's like a suggestion. It's a image in the mirror.
I've
you know,
taken
it's
over
like
the computer.
kind of that kind of
Yeah.
thing. I guess that's
Too
home turf.
corporeal?
I guess that's like you're going to play the ghost and it's Jim, so they can move around a little bit more.
Yeah.
Right.
But it was just like Harrison Ford seeing her and getting yanked basically I just thought broke a little bit of a fourth wall.
Why don't you want a woman to be in control of her own body?
I'm fine with it. Just play by the same rules for the entire movie.
Tarantino texted Zemeckis and was like, my one nitpick,
Not enough feet.
I didn't like
from
the
ghost.
corpse. On the bright side, the feet stuff was great.
Yeah.
What's your most rewatchable?
I honestly think it might be that dinner scene.
Oh, wow.
I really think it's very cool. I know that the
I have
obvious
that
one
number
is
2 for me.
Desk
Possessed-
sex, for sure.
Possessed Pfeiffer's the
Yeah.
best.
No
What's the
question.
most 2000 thing about this movie? I have slow modem speeds and not having a cell phone camera as proof for your suspicions on something.
I had having to drive a distance to get a cell phone signal.
Oh,
I had hitting redial on a landline to see
Yeah.
who somebody called before.
that's good.
Yeah.
Special category. We don't get to give it away that often. The Amanda Dobbins Award for Best Piece of Real Estate.
Yes.
The house.
So
Yes.
Addison, Vermont, banks of Lake Champlain, and they built this from scratch, 3,500 square foot Nantucket style, and did so much filming in the bathroom that they made 5 different bathrooms. Probably
Beautiful
arguably
house.
the most bathroom filming
Yeah.
in a movie.
There's a lot of bathrooms and Train Spotting.
Oh, yeah.
Eyes Wide Shut, we're in
Yep.
the bathroom for a while.
Mhm,
Yeah.
Sure
Fatal
are.
Attraction, we're in there for a little bit.
Is it?
Yep.
It's not the master bathroom though, right?
It is. It's like there's a door from the hallway and from their bedroom.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
It's
I
one of
thought that was
those.
odd that they're always entering like off the stairwell.
You would have gone further with the renovation, is what I'm hearing.
Maybe.
Seal
Do you
that
think an
off.
ensuite bathroom shouldn't have a hallway entrance?
No.
Yeah. I agree with you on this.
Needs like a better door lock if you're going to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, sadly, they tore the house down after filming. Didn't
So-
meet local building
It
codes.
wasn't like a
in
real house.
Addison, Vermont.
It's just like a shell.
Yeah.
Looked great,
They
though.
filmed some stuff in LA too. What stage the best? I have a bunch, but what do you have? Anything good?
Casting Harrison Ford as a guy who tries to kill his wife after
Yep.
The Fugitive, where he plays a guy who's wrongly accused
Oh,
of killing his
No
wife.
Yeah.
question. Yeah.
I like how Zemeckis is constantly subtly moving the camera so that it feels like you are watching Michelle Pfeiffer from a ghost POV. Steven Soderbergh just made a movie
Yeah.
that is it is this presence where it's like a haunted house movie from the ghost's perspective. But this is really cool because like you can always see like whenever Michelle Pfeiffer is walking around, like the camera's just kind of always slowly following her, but then like kind of going back, and it just feels like something is always watching her. So I always really liked that.
I like that.
What do you have, Mel?
I think on the like Chekhov's X list, that's a pretty fun part of it. We already talked about the paralyzing agent, the mystery key, the newspaper clipping from the DuPont chair night, and how key that's going to be. No cell service until you get to the middle of the bridge. The boat being hooked to the bed of the truck. Like all of these little things. I think we will, I assume, talk later about maybe the parts of the script that don't quite measure up. But I think this is actually we're telling you this or showing you this because it is going to prove vital in the final stretch. That's successful.
I had that as well, the subtle foreshadowing.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I like when movies kind of plant like these little seemingly harmless things and then circles back at the end and like, oh, yeah, she can't get
Yeah, it's like we're not in this lab for no reason,
Yeah.
just because she's visiting him at work. Like we're
So
going
you
to hear
can't do
about
that
something more
anymore
that matters.
my daughter's generation, they're on their phone during that first
They'll
part
miss
of the
it.
movie and they completely
They're
don't.
just like, what the
They're
hell?
like, why can't he get reception? It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
we fucking covered
Well, I'll
this
tell you
up.
what no generation could possibly miss. It's the symbolism 101 stuff on display on the Adamant trip that you would have preferred to remove from the movie.
Oh,
Is this a little too obvious on the nose? Maybe, but I actually think in this movie it's very effective and it works. You have the shop is called Sleeping Dog, right?
Give me a
whole
break.
come on, right? The Georgia O'Keeffe-esque design of the pendant and the sigil on the jewelry box, which is basically like a mashup of a heart, a flower, and a vagina. Like, what could be more perfect for the thing to bedeck your mistress with? And then the Celtic knot on the key, because that's like an interesting one because, of course, you have all the different aspects of that symbolism, unity, faith, love, etc. But also this idea of like unending life with a ghostly specter, and also just the triple aspect of it, the trio. I think that's kind of, again, not subtle, very 101, but kind of fun to look for on a rewatch.
I had famous movie stars in a well-done movie, which we discussed earlier. I had Vermont as a scary movie location.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
I had any super attractive actress playing the cello. Sure.
Oh yeah.
Always good. You're
Any
right.
other examples of that?
You've really
I
got to
couldn't come
wrap
up with
your
any,
body
but I just
around
feel
that.
like
Yeah.
that's going to work.
Yeah.
I have dangerous bath scenes, but also dangerous things happening in a bathroom. We spend so much time in bathrooms.
Harrison
There's not a
Ford
ton of
hitting his
horror
head on the
movies.
sink is
Yeah.
one of my worst
Terrifying.
fears.
Right.
Yeah.
For myself, not for Harrison
Also,
Ford.
like just going into your bathroom and the bathtub's full and you didn't fill it up.
That happened to
Terrifying.
me once. Yeah, that when we got back from
What?
vacation once, there was like a clog and the bath, like just the drip had filled up
Oh,
the entire
shit.
bathtub.
Oh my God, CR.
Yeah.
Damn.
Fatal Attraction, I think, this is in the finals for best bathroom scene. We did Fatal
Yeah, we
Attraction
sure
a long
did.
time ago.
We sure did.
We
That
spent
was
most of the time talking about how he came home after 2 days of fucking Glenn Close and gave his dog spaghetti meatballs, which is the single worst thing anyone's ever done in a movie.
absolutely
And
demented.
Mallory's still upset. Just a
Fucking
complete
demented.
violation
Oh
as
my
a dog
God.
owner.
Oh my God.
Speaking of dogs,
Yeah, Cooper.
when dogs know something is wrong, evil, or off in
Yep.
some way,
Yep.
always gets me in a movie. The dogs always know. They always know.
They do. Animals are very intuitive. They really are.
And then this is an amazing one.
Mhm.
You won't be prepared for this one.
Okay.
For what stage is the best? This was a big deal for me and my high school friends in 2000. My friend Scott Carino, who I went to high school with, and moved to LA to try to become an actor, and was in like Extra and Melrose Place and 90210, and kind of the biggest thing I think he did. He's the dead husband in the photo of Michelle Pfeiffer.
No,
He's the
really?
first
My
husband?
friend.
Oh
My
my God.
High school friend Scott Carino.
Oh my God.
So he's in
What?
2 of the photos, and my buddy Jeff, my best friend, the guy, the Halloween, I've talked about him on the pod, who loved Carino and was a big character for us, and it was like the highlight of 2000.
Do you have any idea,
Holy
like, what does
shit.
somebody get paid for something like
You
that?
get paid as an extra. We asked him.
Okay.
You get like
Wow.
it's like a single still, whatever. I don't know if you don't get a speaking line, so you don't get that part, but you
Right.
get
Right.
the whatever. But yeah,
That's
So
incredible.
Does he get
Basically, he was-
residuals? Like,
basically he was married to Michelle Pfeiffer.
If you're non-union, no.
Iconic.
No.
I should have taken a picture of it and showed you guys.
Probably got like $500.
that's crazy.
That's another real 2000s aspect of this movie too, is like the physical photo album.
I know. And also
scrapbook.
keeping newspaper articles and stuff like that.
People, you just have your camera on your phone. You're not going to like sit down and spookily discover something in your hands in your basement anymore.
So obviously what was Pfeiffer like, and just
Yeah.
they photoshopped this thing.
I was going to say,
never-
there's no way he actually got to take
Yeah.
those pictures.
He did
with her.
have some good Melrose Place stories.
That's good.
I
yeah.
bet.
Apparently Vanessa Marcel was really attractive. Still remember that
Apparently.
from way back when. Great shot quarter award. What do you have, CR?
When she comes down at the fence and the eye is when she's looking through the
Oh,
fence, hole in the
yeah.
fence.
I like
Oh.
those.
and then
Yeah.
the eye is right there.
Hmm.
That is batting 1,000 when people do that. When they're looking through the thing and then the face comes on the other
my God.
side. I don't know if that's ever not worked. Hey, new category. The Dr. Richard Kimball Inappropriate Body Award goes to Harrison Ford again.
Way to
We
go.
only give it to Harrison Ford.
He looks
Guy's
great.
fucking 57 and
He's-
looks like he's about to play the Niners in the NFC title game.
That was my flex.
Yeah.
He looks
Oh.
he looks
We
perfect.
got to change the name of the category.
He looks perfect.
He's 7 years older than Richard Kimball, Dr. Norman Spencer, and he's 3% less body fat than
I
Richard
gotta
Kimball.
say,
He
because
looks
I know
amazing.
that this is coming out on Monday, right?
Yeah.
We get shirtless Sam Elliott in this episode of Landman, and it's fucking
Fuck
incredible.
yeah.
Like, it looks like he's carved out of a tree trunk. It's unbelievable. And it's very similar body type to 57
And
year
you
old.
could argue
Wow.
Kimball makes more sense than this guy. This guy's 57. He's allegedly obsessed with his work, always
Yeah.
at work. He lives in Vermont. It's raining all the time. Why is this guy so chiseled?
Two
Well-
responses. One, he's constantly jamming on undergrads. And two,
Okay.
he's boating.
Yeah, it's sex muscles.
I'm gonna come back to that because I have a counterpoint to the constantly part of that, which we'll
Oh, you
come
think
back to
this
in
was a
another.
one and done
Come
for
back to
him?
that in another
Okay.
category. Put a pin in it.
All
But
right.
they boat, right? They talk about taking drives. They're active. I mean, maybe it's
He's
they're
not
in a bit
rowing.
of a lull.
They're sailing.
They're like I think it's just they're
He
fucking all the
is
time.
more ripped than any current NFL quarterback in this movie.
He looks great.
And he probably eats like 3 bowls of Wheaties in the morning.
Yeah.
Has a piece of toast.
The occasional bite of a red apple from his possessed wife's
Yeah.
hand.
He is
You know,
crazy jacked
diet
in
of
this movie.
champions.
Why is he so jacked? Was there a movie before this that he needed to be
If
big
you
for?
gave
He's
him,
just
like-
always been in shape. Always.
Imagine if you gave him like the peptides or some of the stuff the athletes use, would he just turn into like Barry Bonds
But
in
that's like-
2001?
no, but
That's what makes him so aspirational. is It's
Exactly.
like a real body.
it's a real
It's not.
exactly. It's like
Old
when he's
school.
Yeah.
chugging lemonade in Witness, you're like, Yeah.
I do
You
think
could
this
have
should
that
be
sugar.
the scientist Norman Spencer Award for Inappropriate Body. More than Kimball, right?
It is better because he's older. Yeah.
It's just always, it always makes sense to
consider
me. It always makes sense to me. He was Indiana Jones. I don't know what to say.
Sierra's got a flex category.
In honor of fantasy, let's do the stealth homage that gives every movie nerd a criteria orgasm.
Oh, yeah.
Most of the Furious plot is an homage to Rear Window.
Mm-hmm.
The Claire Madison Ghost lookalike stuff is all Vertigo.
Yep.
And the score, the Alan Silvestri score, is an homage to Bernard Herrmann's
Bobby
Psycho
Z. Just fucking cracking
Loves
it.
Hitchcock.
And all the toe stuff was an homage to Tarantino. It's a secret surprise for his buddy. Oh, the Mallory Rubin Award. Did this movie need a better sex scene?
Oh, man.
Honestly,
Clear
always
out- Clear out for Trae Young. It's his last possession with the
We're going
Hawks.
5 out offense. Just go in the corner.
So I'm torn because on the one hand, I think the fact that we pull away from all of the like glimpses of what their sex life is like part of what adds to the tantalizing nature of it. So at the beginning, when Caitlin is still around, it's the like, we'll be quiet, quick and quiet. I don't want to be either. You're like, I would just watch them fuck, of course. But the fact that we don't feels appropriate for where we are in the movie. Then we get to the first night as empty nesters and they can hear Warren and Mary.
Yeah.
Decibels rising along with that erection, right? Yeah. They're going at it. Close the windows? No. Open them. Think we can take them. It's worth a try. And we get, again, like the leg over the shoulder. He's going down on her. Like this is like when I watch the rest of the scene, happily and without complaint. But it's fun to just like get a little glimpse of what their life is like. You want to fool around. She's pretending to read, waiting for him to finish his work. You get the sense that this could just be every night in their life. And then, of course, we learn that there's a period of time where it wasn't.
Yeah.
And that is why he strayed. Also, he's a sociopath. And then the desk scene. I mean, the biting of the lip, the tearing of the shirt, that scene is like pretty close to perfect. So I don't know where else
that
we
seems
would
like it's more his
introduce a sex
speed. That
scene.
seems like it's what he's looking for in the bedroom.
A torn shirt and
Yeah,
a bit
that
lip, and
kinda-
he's like he's pretending like it's too rough, but that's part of the game.
Yes.
That's part of the game. Yeah, see, I think what
part of
Norman
the
really
game.
wants is like he wants, when he's looking at her on the step with the candle and the apple and the legs wide, he definitely wants to just sit there and like watch her masturbate. That's their vibe, I think. Right?
Yeah.
So we could have gotten that. That would have been great.
It's just a shame Mal didn't have any thoughts.
Could we have gotten a Madison flashback? Like, could Madison have somehow shown us something about their sex as a point of contrast? Obviously, the physical resemblance that is incorporated into the plot of the movie could have been used to dupe us, where we think we're watching Claire and Norman and realize we're watching Madison and Norman.
For the most part, he shied away from the sex stuff.
Ford?
Yeah.
Well, this is like,
Presumed
yeah.
innocent, I think, is the furthest he went. When he's
Pumping
like,
away on the desk and presumed
Pumping away
innocent
with
is
Greta Scacchi.
notably
What's the Polanski
distinct.
one where he's running around in Paris?
Frantic. He snorts cocaine in a toilet stall in that movie. That's
Yeah,
very
but he had-
memorable.
there's
as
not
well.
like a
There's
crazy
no
sex
sex.
scene in that.
There's
Okay.
a lot of sexual energy in that movie.
Yes.
That's a
Yeah.
good movie.
Yeah. Well, speaking of sexual energy, the Dennis Peck relationship test is our next category.
Yeah.
This
I wish
came
you
out
would
of
give it
the
its real category name.
rewatchable.
Yeah, exactly. Come on, commit.
Named after.
The Dennis Peck, I'm going to make your wife come.
So the mailbag
Mhm.
the question of this was
I think it's I'm gonna teach your wife.
Teach your wife.
Yeah.
Teach your wife.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to get the
So
line
it's more
wrong.
important. It's an important distinction.
it was about how
Yeah.
strong was the key relationship in the movie. Could Dennis Peck have basically uprooted it, and by doing Dennis Peck stuff, would you leave the female character alone with Dennis Peck for 15 minutes? Could he get to her? I would say wholeheartedly yes. In this
Yes,
case,
I think she
Yeah.
was even kind of struck by Raymar. She was just
Oh.
like, this guy's throwing off some interesting energy.
yeah, because she's
Got
still
some
a little
nice hair in that movie.
little spurn from the affair.
Yeah,
still in the back of her head.
she's
in
always
the deep
home
recesses.
alone, just kind of like this guy in his research paper.
Yeah.
Dennis Peck comes over, hits the front door of the nightstand. Hey, I heard there's some commotion over here.
The
Yeah.
fucking Stadies from Vermont.
Yeah.
There to
It's like,
fix the
oh.
lock. Maybe calls a locksmith to deal with the door.
Dennis
you
Peck,
know?
locksmith.
What's a beautiful
Yeah.
lady like you doing alone on a
Yeah.
Saturday?
My computer's on the fritz. An
Yeah.
electrician to deal with the power
He's got his
surges and
polo tucked
shortages.
into his jeans. He's just
I
like,
think Dennis
nice boat.
Peck is locked in.
Yeah. Anybody
stepping
can blow
in.
up the marriage. I mean, obviously that's part of the point,
Yeah,
but certainly
this
Dennis
is
Peck.
easy. It's not. This is like child's play. To him.
Yeah, it's almost like this is spring training for this category.
yeah. Like he the thing for him would be he would probably not do it. Tantalize her with that she thinks they're going to do it, and then just keep
His bigger
torturing.
challenge would probably be going after Harrison Ford.
I was going to say, it's really about can he get Norman. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Butch's Girlfriend award for weak link of the film. What do you have?
I gotta say, I think they left a little bit on the table with Jodie. I think she could have been a little witchier. And I think if you get me Laura San Giacomo or Linda Fiorentino, like somebody who could
You're just
also
going sultry Italians.
Well,
on
here's
us.
the thing. Her admission that she has known that Norman has been cheating on her for a year is fucking
Terrible.
not ride or die behavior.
Terrible.
And would be like in any other movie or in another version of this movie, you'd be like, oh, maybe Jodie and Norman have a little thing going.
Or maybe she hopes they will. I had this as a picky
My
hit,
wife
but yeah,
had that
it's
pick as well.
But if you throw
Not
somebody
a
who's
Terrible
just,
friend.
awful. Awful. And the excuse of like, the car accident and you were in such a state and Norman was in such a state. It's like, who gives a shit? If you know my husband is fucking someone else, tell me.
Yes.
We're supposed to be best friends. But especially once I have asked you to start coming to my home to sit on the bathroom floor with a Ouija board and I'm going through it, at that point, definitely tell me.
But Jodie's also like, I got this car to pick up dudes. And it's like, I'm kind of want to know a little bit more about that. And I would have loved a little bit of a suggestion that she had something for Norman.
I'm into this.
My Butch's Girlfriend was, who the fuck is cheating on Michelle Pfeiffer?
So,
Come on.
all right, I have a question for you about this. Is there a way you can swing this to the other direction and say that this is actually kind of like, rather than being either inconceivable, which I agree it is.
He just has to have like a sex addiction. I'll accept that answer.
There's a part of like when you first confront it,
Or
it
like
seems
she's postpartum depression.
it seems impossible that Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer, that their characters
What
are
is
not
just
I can't
stupid.
remember. What does he say? He's like, we were having problems.
Yeah, and yes, he's like we were
'cause he's
struggling.
banging
It's like,
his
that gives you an
TAs.
excuse to fuck your students. But
Yeah, that's right.
is there a way you can swing this instead of saying like, okay, well, people when you're married, you never really know another person. The anxiety. You watch this movie, you're like, oh my god, if like Michelle Pfeiffer and Harrison Ford can't figure it out, what hope do the rest of us have? I swing the other way with it. I think it's like a kind of positive, empowering thing when you're like, if even Harrison Ford and Michelle Pfeiffer are going through it, maybe we're all doing okay, actually.
Right.
It's a W for all of us.
Right.
Yeah.
Marriage is hard.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe you could get through the next Ravens-Broncos playoff game if it ever happens.
Not in the same room.
Yeah.
Not in the same room.
Not in the same room?
No, we can't. I don't know. When we lived in New York and they played in the playoffs, I took a train to Baltimore. And then more recently, we watched in different rooms.
Were you with Adam
We make Halo pick between a mini helmet.
for the Flacco 80-yard touchdown game?
No, I went to Baltimore.
So you didn't watch that with him?
No, he stayed in New York and I went to Baltimore to watch with my dad.
And you stayed dating after that?
Well, we're still married. So, yeah.
That
Believe
would-
it or not.
That's a fucking traumatic game. I mean, that's like the most traumatic football loss of the last 15 years.
I can't even remember. What was
For
that?
some.
What was that Broncos team?
It was the game's over.
Yeah.
Flacco throws basically a
Jones.
Hail
Jacoby
Mary
Jones.
Jacoby Jones.
to Jacoby Jones.
Miracle at Mile High.
It's ridiculous. It's
Incredible
anytime it's
memory.
on Twitter, I watch it and I'm
Yeah.
like, I just can't fucking believe he got behind the defense when they're on their own 20 with like 30 seconds left.
Fantastic
Anyway.
stuff.
What's age the worst? We talked about a lot of this already. My big one was not recognizing immediately when your wife is possessed. Unless you think that he did, but he was kind of into it.
Well, he does like knock her off of him at that point on.
But there's like about 2 minutes there where you should know, like, wait, what's going on?
Yeah.
Why are you acting like this?
Yeah.
Any other what's age the worst?
There's a very funny point when Norm takes the spells and incantations book
Yeah, that's great.
and writes down on a legal pad, proposed suggestion, exorcism dash by fire, like with underlining by fire.
That's great.
It's just like a very funny cutaway for his note-taking process. And more, we've talked about the trailer, we talked about
Yeah.
everything, but I just find this movie too unerotic to be considered an erotic thriller. And every time I start this movie, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
this is a really horny movie, and it's just not.
Yeah, I
It's a
never
good-
felt
yeah.
like it was an erotic thriller. I always just felt like
I think it
a
was
safe, scary
it's
movie.
sort of pitched that way in the trailer.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fair.
pitched that way in the trailer. In certain scenes, we get there, but I agree with you. I think so. This is where I'll come back to your constantly fucking.
Yes.
The undergrads?
Let's interrogate
This is my what's age the worst. We've, like you said, we've hit a lot of the other ones. The idea that it is rare for somebody to find Norman Spencer, played by Harrison Ford, attractive,
The
is
one line-
borderline disqualifying.
It's that
for the
one
movie.
line when he's like,
and then out of
"She was
nowhere,
attracted
some
to me."
bright young woman finds me attractive. Like this has never happened.
Yeah.
Again, in Indy, the undergrads are lowering their eyes so that he can see written across their eyelids, "I love you." Like I want to
But
fuck you.
You get the sense
This
that
should not be abnormal.
that Norman is scrambling though to like come up with things to say.
That's
almost.
the thing, is that there's just this Russian nesting doll of lies with him where it's
For sure.
like, first it's no, I didn't do anything. Then it was she killed herself. Then it was I murdered her. So if you're really telling me that
and
he
then it's I'll
only
turn
had
myself
this,
in. Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you're telling me this is the one time this has happened, it's like, no, it's the one time he got caught.
Possible serial killer.
Do you think they all look?
Oh, Mal, you have a flex category.
Oh. Okay. Let's see. We've done did the movie need a better sex scene? We've already talked about Cooper, so maybe not Brandy Booth time. Should we talk about Cooper some more and do Brandy Booth?
Let's do Brandy Booth.
Or most gifable moment?
Oh, let's do that. What
Yeah,
is it?
Fortune 3 Club. Let's do that. There's some gifable moment. If this movie came out now, it would be like meme central. I would pick when she's in the tub and he what's that with the necklace and pulls her forward. And then when he leans Claire back, it's Madison's rotting dead corpse.
Yeah.
And he kind of like throws himself back, hand acting again, crashes into the mirror, falls and hits his head. That would be my most gifable moment. Yeah.
Okay. The CR thinks Luke Wilson could have been Harrison Ford.
Yeah.
Could Luke Wilson have carried this movie, CR?
I think he would have been an interesting Norman because I think you would have been like you wouldn't have had. He's an attractive guy, but he's not like top 5 Hall of Fame all time hottest dudes ever. Where you're like,
Yeah.
you would not have a
Not so
crisis
needy.
of confidence.
Not
Even
so
like,
needy.
Honey, what's going on?
God,
Why are you acting that way? That's my Luke Wilson.
Pretty good.
Thanks, Craig.
My honest take, if we're being honest, Claire takes one look at Norman when he's sailing, and all is forgiven. Like that, the fucking vibes he is throwing off on the boat. He's
The
got
jacket.
the dad hat
So
on,
cool.
the barber jacket.
Fucking
He's got
sweet.
his award for being a doctor.
Let's go to a B&B and just like fucking leaf peep for a little bit.
Yeah, it's
like,
like,
let's
okay.
do this. She's just like, whatever. Madison, R.I.P. There's no way she's
This is
carrying
great.
this case any further.
I love this.
She's like, I got it pretty good. This guy's
Go
working
say.
on RNA vaccines, you know, like we got this great house. He's got tenure. I
Yeah.
can cello around a little bit, work on the roses.
Yeah, sure. He tells me I have to go to therapy, but the therapist gives me fireballs in the
Yeah.
middle of the session.
Yeah.
Like, it's not so
I
bad.
like this. Liked my house. Things are good.
Yeah.
Great one.
What do
Who
you
can
have?
say what happened?
All right. Mine is if you're going to kill me,
Yeah.
don't do it in the same way you killed your mistress who you cheated on me with. It's just insulting.
Oh, it's like a
Yeah.
double whammy.
Yeah.
This isn't even the hottest take. It's
Find
just
another way. Like,
New
work
way.
a little harder.
Right.
You know, and he's like, you had no idea
Maybe
how
that's his
hard
thing.
it was to hold her under the water. It's like, us, he did it in the bathtub. That's why she's haunting the bathtub. You use the paralyzing agent. Like, come on, man. I'm your fucking
Is it
wife.
too sick for us to speculate on what would be an appropriate way to kill Claire?
Let's do it right now. That's
I mean,
what the podcast is for.
You might
What
want
do you
to cut
mean
this
too
out
sick?
because it's going to sound sick, but like
You've
choke
thought
her
about
with her
this.
own cello strings.
a little more signature move.
he was ready for this. He was ready for this.
You had that ready.
Yeah. Yeah, the
Not
basement.
Not that I had considered this, but that's just off the
Then
top
it's
of my
like
head.
somebody would think when Dennis Peck comes over to try to solve the crime,
Yeah.
he thinks it was like a former student.
Exactly.
Or something.
This is great. It's a
I like
good
that.
use of the basement too, because
Yeah.
we're sort of like presented with the basement like something really terrible is going to happen there, and then it doesn't.
Yes.
This
Yeah.
is a good possible category, murder and conciliary.
Mhm.
If you try to figure out if it was the best possible way
Yeah.
they could have killed somebody.
Yeah, I like this.
Buffalo Bill, maybe like don't play with your food, you know? Like it's just like let's get it
Yeah.
over with.
She got to size 12. We're
Yeah.
good to go. You don't need a size
We have enough
14 here,
skin.
buddy.
We have enough skin. He also just had like the doctors, the paramedics at the bathtub for the fake electrocution. It's
Yeah.
like too much attention on the bathtub. This
Yeah.
is just sloppy stuff from Norman.
Mine, I went a little hotter than you guys.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is an even better don't have an affair could ruin your life movie than Fatal Attraction. I think this goes actually worse than it did. Fatal Attraction, it's fine at the end. Glenn Close is dead. Everyone
Yeah.
thinks it was her fault, and he's back to the house he just got. This is like
Yeah.
dream house. He put all this time in, kind of got away with it. The fucking ghost, it was the one thing he didn't count on. And then he ends up drowning in the lake with the ghost.
Yeah.
He ends up having to deal with that for the rest of his life. It's just, It's just worse.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm Norman, I'm really mad that the therapist did not make more progress with her. I mean, like he had,
Only a couple
Right.
sessions.
yeah,
That's when you
know?
go for a Vermont therapist.
Only a couple
Gotta
sessions.
take her to the city.
Yeah.
she's gone to Burlington.
As final resting places go, though, I mean, as stated, what a beautiful lake.
It's tough though. Really dark in the bottom
Yeah,
of those
that's
lakes.
it's,
That's
you
not
really
where I
feel like
wanna
you're
go.
rotting away down
Yeah.
there too. Not that I've considered that either.
Yeah, tough one. Casting what ifs. We don't have any because Zemeckis
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
like, I
but-
want these two.
For one of the first times in the history of this category, Harrison Ford turned down The Perfect Storm
Right.
to do What Lies Beneath, so it winds up becoming a casting what ifs for Perfect Storm, really.
And it ends up becoming a thank God because I think that Boston accent would have fucking
Yes.
twisted him around.
Yeah.
Boy, he
Would've
was
been tough.
he really had hard on for boats at this point. He was just like, I gotta get on a boat. I don't
Loves
care
a boat,
what
maybe
loves
he
a
was really
plane,
into
loves a
boats.
ranch.
Yeah.
Best That Guy award. Who'd you have?
I had Ray Baker.
Yeah, that's a winner. The James Remar Award for a movie with James Remar in it. He wins. James
Uh-huh.
Remar.
Yeah.
What about
My guy.
But for Dion Waiters, would you go Joe Morton, this therapist?
You don't think Jodie is Dion Waiters?
I had Ghost Lady.
Oh, Madison.
Madison.
Is Dion
Yeah.
Waiters.
Yeah.
No lines.
Is Jodie in it too much to be Dion Waiters?
I thought she was.
I
I
wish
think
to
she's
commune.
like the number 4 lead.
Okay, interesting. So to us, of course, well, not to you, but to those of us who have seen The Lord of the Rings, Miranda Otto is Eowyn, obviously. But to you, are you like Miranda Otto? Oh, that guy is because you don't have no relationship to Eowyn. You have no relationship to the Lord of the
Keep
Rings
saying
trilogy.
Eowyn. It's not going to ring a bell for
I
him.
don't-
She's a shield maiden of Rohan.
Was that
Nothing.
was that English?
Yeah, she was one of the
She's-
horse ladies. Yeah.
I just saw your lips moving.
Mal, I
for
just
10
watched those
seconds
over the
there.
break.
Did you
Yeah,
do
he
the
liked it.
extended editions?
No, they wanted me to just do the regular first.
Come on, man.
Really? You think I should have started with the extended?
Who's they? The
Liz's two brothers who love these movies.
Oh.
I watched them all.
You
though.
should
Come
only
on, give
watch
me credit.
extended editions from here.
Back to back to back. I watched
In one day or how many?
one each day.
That's awesome.
Give you credit for watching one of the 3 best trilogies ever made.
Come on.
Congrats.
Thanks.
recasting couch
They're
director
long.
City. I like
Really
CR's Laura Jean Giacomo
Yeah, I also
as the friend.
Laura San Giacomo as
Giacomo, whatever it is.
Jody.
Mhm.
Talk me through a couple of my ideas here for other directors.
Okay.
So obviously BDP, get De Palma in there.
That would be fucking great. That would honestly be a
I
lot
think
better.
there's a lot
Honestly,
more-
coming right out of Snake Eyes too. Pretty good move.
a
for
lot
him.
more like long crane shots going from the Fuhrer's house back and forth. 2
Yes.
fuck scenes.
Yes.
Pfeiffer
you know?
quits though when he insists on the masturbation bathtub scene.
That's right.
She walks off the set. Sharon Stone's right there. She's in.
Another one, Fincher.
That would also be amazing.
I mean, he basically Panic Room is
Yeah.
slightly his version of this. Yeah,
And then the last one I was thinking of was Adrian Lyne.
Oh.
getting horny.
Yeah.
Probably need worse actors.
Yeah, supernatural horny.
I like all of those.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, with that one, you're probably going Richard Gere. He's available.
Gere would be a great Norman.
And then
Gere would be an amazing Norman.
Gere would be a fucking great Norman.
is Kelly Preston?
Uh,
No. Probably too. No.
Who's a good cellist?
Oh,
Who can I see
think of
being an
somebody who get their
amazing
horns on.
cellist?
we'll come back to that. Let's take a break and then Craig has a flex category. I forgot Craig already did his flex category. So we'll go half-fast internet research. A shockingly
Yeah.
dismal amount of research on this movie. I was
Yeah.
surprised. It made almost $300 million.
It's thin
Yeah.
out there.
The only thing that I found that was interesting was Michelle Pfeiffer's fear of water
Yeah.
and saying how she had to lie in a bathtub for like 5 hours at a time. That really made me think about what I would want as an actor at that point. Like,
Mhm.
I'm sure they're wearing a bathing suit, but like, how warm would it have to be? Would they have to
Sure.
keep making it hotter?
Yeah.
Like,
What
would
your
you
skin
prune up?
wrinkles? Yeah. Oh, of course.
I just had a lot of.
Yeah.
I was really interested in that. But there was no other research.
Well, what's the entertainment? Because, when I'm in the bath,
Listening to the watch?
I listen to The Watch. That's what I do when I'm in the bath. That's my
Do you really?
genuinely. I will say, I don't know if I've shared this update with you. In the video podcasting era, it's like
It's a little
for
bit
me,
more like
maybe a
I'm there.
degree too
Yeah.
weird. But for
So you're
years,
naked watching your friend Chris.
No,
with-
she's naked listening to her friend.
That's what I mean.
Chris.
yeah, of
listening,
course,
watching.
yeah. Just a relaxing evening in the tub, you know.
Do you fast forward the 8 minutes of foreplay at the top and go right to the show, or do you go foreplay first?
Those are my favorite 8 minutes.
It's a 50-50 thing where it's like some people hate it and some people love
Those are
it.
my favorite
You
8
guys
minutes.
all
I
are
like
the entire spectrum of watch
listening to my favorite
listenership.
friendship. But yeah, so what podcast is Claire Spencer listening to? You know, if this is a period of time where there's podcasts.
Oh, she's definitely rerunning back Serial.
Oh, or
True
like
crime. She's
Even though she already
yeah.
knows what happened, she didn't know if she missed a couple things.
yeah.
That's a spin on this, is where instead of like this vibe, it's more like only murders in the building. You know, she's like, I've learned a
Oh,
lot
she
from
loves
true
that show.
crime
Norman could have told
podcasting
something
and-
was wrong by looking at her wrapped. It's like, hey, Claire,
Yeah.
a lot of a ghost is living with me. Pod.
Yeah.
Like, he sneaks on her phone and looks at her Instagram
Yeah.
algorithm for the For You stuff, and
Yeah.
was like, "What is going
Why
on?
is your top bookmark missing persons?
Yeah.
Everything's haunted or missing?"
Yeah.
Apex Mountain, Pfeiffer and Ford, no.
Absolutely not.
Ghost movies, no.
No.
Cheating husband, comeuppance movies, maybe. Remar, no. Haunted house movies, no.
No.
Zemeckis, no.
No.
Waterlogged corpse coming back to life and coming involved in the plot.
I mean, there's some Pirates of the Caribbean
Oh, yeah.
corpses.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Yeah. Caribbean.
do we have this in the finals for naked
Sorry.
ghost bodies with The Shining?
Oh, I
When
think the
Jack
Shine.
looks in the mirror and all of a sudden it's like a gross
To
lady.
me, that's like a
Mhm.
1 versus 16 seed.
Yeah,
That's not
I
even a
agree.
count.
yeah,
Not
I didn't
close.
have any Apex Mountains.
Cinematic Vermont. They
Mm.
could have done. I feel like this is a
It's
moment.
not bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. I like it.
Yeah.
That or Grown Ups 2. Where they film Grown Ups 2?
What are they
Somewhere in
filmed
there.
Grown-ups do off the top of my head?
It's a good movie.
You're the best.
It's a big kids movie.
Yeah.
My kids love Grown Ups 2. We own it.
Kids. Yeah.
Cruiser Hanks.
I have
Definitely.
Hanks just because he's a Bobby Zemeckis.
I'm
Stalwart.
shocked. I'm astonished.
Hanks. Evil
He's-
Hanks?
Yeah,
Whoa.
it's Zemeckis' guy.
This is one of your worst.
But-
I hope this is your worst call of 2026.
Yeah.
I really do.
Boy.
I hope we've peaked right here.
I mean,
It's so clearly
I'm getting in
Cruise.
trouble
Obviously
for this
Cruise.
and not for I would have
Cruise.
killed Michelle Pfeiffer with
no,
children's
that's why you're
trees.
the best. That's why you're a legend.
Cruz, think of all the things Cruz would want to do in this.
It's obviously Cruz.
He would want to turn evil at the end.
Yeah.
He would want to have like the sexy scene.
For sure.
He would want to have the scene when he realizes she's possessed and is trying to get away from her.
Yeah.
I think Chris
he'd
is
want-
right.
Counterpoint.
No.
I think Chris is right.
Cruz
What?
I think
Come
it's
on.
Hanks.
Cruz has just done My Fucked Up Marriage movie with Eyes Wide Shut. He's not going to go fucking do
that
What
shit,
Lies
That's
Beneath.
a
Well,
good point.
This is exactly if Hanks was caring about like counter programming his image.
But Hank's doing
But he
Castaway.
can't. Yeah. If we're going to bring in the where are they in their real schedules,
Yeah,
then Hanks
true.
is
That's where he lives.
eliminated from
Hanks couldn't fucking
consideration.
do this movie and lose weight at the same time?
What about who's growing the beard?
Why can't Norman have a beard?
I'm sorry, but when Claire is running her fingers through Norman's pectoral chest hair,
Have you seen
you can't
Tom
be
Cruise?
like you've been alone lancing your gums with a
Yeah, has Tom
ice
Hanks
skate
ever been
on an
shirtless in a movie?
island. That's just not the
Well,
vibe.
Castaway, right?
Yeah,
Oh, true.
Yeah.
that's not.
I guess Castaway.
I don't think
But
we
in
should
romantic-
factor in like the shooting schedules of these actors when
Yeah, it's not-
considering
He's
this
the one who
award.
brought it up
I just was
by saying
mentioning.
he's not going to do fucked
Oh,
up marriages in a row.
I'm trying to say Tom Hanks is doing the kind of counter programming that Harrison Ford is doing in this film.
Mhm.
If Tom Hanks is in this movie, it plays against everything we think about Tom Hanks.
Yes.
Sure, that's true.
Tom Cruise coming off of Eyes Wide Shut, you're like, yeah, that guy is a fucked up husband. He does go to the Fidelio parties.
Tom Cruise out crazies Pfeiffer. Like
exactly right.
Hanks, you need that
A
steady.
rare tie, 2-2
Interesting.
tie.
I would
Mhm.
never expect it from Hanks, and like you wouldn't expect it from your friend Harrison Ford.
That's right.
I could see Cruz in doing the tour for this, the media tour, being like, Bob came to me. And just doing like the crazy energy.
Cruz
about,
demands to do
So
his
excited.
own stunt from under the tarp of the
Yeah.
fucking boat
Yeah,
to
there's no
dive
stunts
through.
for this. He would have had to
in the-
water ski or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, in the truck. Like that would have been great.
Scorsese or Spielberg? Spielberg.
Well, Spielberg
Yes.
passed on it, right?
Yeah.
Like he didn't want to do
He
it.
did.
This movie's in the Spielberg area.
There is
Yeah.
a Cape Fear version of this movie that Scorsese does, but it's probably Spielberg is the answer here.
New category.
Hmm.
Good hang, bad hang.
I mean,
I present to you the Spencers. I think good dinner date hangs.
Good dinner date.
Yeah.
You don't know, Claire might have a
Stan
couple
and Elena
drinks.
were a little bit more fun.
But
Yes,
think about like who
Stan
you
and
going
Lois
out
are
with
good.
tonight. The Spencers.
Spencers.
What happened with that lady? She had that car accident.
Yeah.
I don't know. She's off the rails. I
Yeah.
hope she gets a couple drinks tonight.
I think I
Yeah.
would
Fun
like to
2
go to a
hours.
party with the Spencers. A double date with them would be tough because you
You
got
wouldn't want to do dinner.
no. It's just that Norman's gonna be fucking whining about his dad,
Exactly.
and Claire's gonna be like, "Oh, I'm kind of thinking about the ghost in my house." And it's like, you know, you need people
Yeah,
to
but then
rap
you
with.
get to
It's a
drive home and
drag.
talk about the Spencers. Like,
Like-
oh my God, how fucking crazy is Claire?
I would rather have seen. We're at
the other two.
the cocktail party. Madison
Fears.
shows up. Claire blacks
Talk
out.
to the Spencers
Richard,
for a while.
fucking car accident. Like that's something you talk about for the rest of the year.
So you're saying Spencer's bad hang?
Well, I thought we were gonna do good hang, bad hang. The Spencers. Like, would you rather hang out with Norman or Claire?
I'm giving you the Spencers as a combo.
The only way
I'm
you
saying
want to
bad
hang
hang.
out with the Spencers, it's only a good hang if you're swinging. That's it. Unless they're up to swing.
Like,
I
do you
it's a
think
bad hang.
Norm-
Like swinging.
Swinging?
Between
Good hang.
getting
hang.
strange
Great hang.
and working on his paper, do you think Norm's watched a single Sox game that summer?
Yeah, where were the Red Sox in the
It was the
background?
Trot and Troy season, right? 2000?
2000.
99,
That was
2000?
Carl Everett.
Okay.
Hmm.
That was when he bumped the umpire and the season went to hell. I was at that game. God damn it. Why did he do that?
Incredible.
That's probably
Came
why,
home immediately.
That's probably what drove Norm over the edge.
Exactly.
I came home angry and immediately wrote a column for 7,500 people. Picky nits.
Oh my God, there are so many.
We spent
We
so
did a
much
lot.
time on James Remar and then it's never heard from again 40 minutes into the movie. Is that
Yeah.
the red herring thing? Do you like that or do you wish he had circled back in some way?
I think that they needed
Like,
to pop
save
up
them?
again. I think like Mary.
Should he have come over near the end?
Mary
and-
should have like
Mm.
saved her or something. Like maybe Mary comes in and Norman hits her, and that's what makes it like Norman has to kill Claire now. Like I don't know. Like there needed to be something.
I like that a lot. And I think
Yeah.
one of those two had to come in the house and be like, what's going on in
Yeah.
here? And then
Yeah.
gets hit by a candlestick. or
His
cello.
Ramar's wife's like hysteria at the beginning of the movie, just kind of being like brushed off as a normal, like that was completely bizarre.
Yes.
Related?
It was too much of a red herring.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it obviously sets up a big chunk of like her investigating that to ultimately realize that's not who. A picking it in that stretch, though, on the real estate front. Why are we peeking through the fence and standing on rocks to look over and slicing our wrists open? Once you realize that neither of their front lawns are
They
gated
could just,
in,
you
it's
could just go around and
fry
be
on
like,
the
"You're right."
fucking bed and be like, "What's up?
Yeah. It's a great one.
You okay?"
Because
Like,
she is talking to her, so it's
Yeah.
not like she's trying to obscure
yeah,
her watching it.
exactly. That was bizarre.
I had another one on that, like a logistics thing.
Yeah.
This guy's really smart, right? This doctor, Harrison Ford,
But
Yeah.
not as smart as his dad. But yeah.
but really smart.
Yeah,
Got through med
sure.
school.
He's the DuPont chair. Not sure. if
Kills
you've heard.
somebody and just dumps the stuff right over the dock.
Yes.
This is a
Just
huge
right-
one.
he
This
tosses
is a
it
huge
right
one.
off the dock.
Don't
Yeah.
you want to walk 40 yards to the right? Just right over.
Very
but then
sloppy.
Madison becomes like the Loch Ness monster of Lake Champlain, right? Like because she gets to the bridge too.
That's the other thing.
Well,
How
but
much
that-
territory is she covering as
Well,
it
the
goes?
car is dumped, like because he says the boat entrance is where he took.
and it was
took
just
her to
under the
dump
bridge. Like,
car.
why is
And
the
then
ghost
there's
there?
the box, the jewelry box.
Like,
So
I-
there's like evidence in multiple locations.
Why is the
all
car
too
under the
close to
bridge? I
home.
didn't understand
Very
that.
sloppy.
I
Very
don't know.
sloppy.
Doesn't make sense.
I don't know. Can
Well,
I?
you assume that he drove her off the bridge, right?
No.
No, he. I thought it
We
would.
backed her in and let the car sink into the lake
Yeah.
at the boat entrance, wherever that is.
Killed
Which
her,
I
Right.
guess
but
could
she's
be
dead
under the
at that
bridge.
point. He's just getting rid of the body.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's killed her in the tub.
Yeah.
And he wheels her to the.
Honestly,
Major.
Norman,
Very
not a great
sloppy.
murderer.
No.
Very,
like, really
very,
sloppy.
very sloppy. And then again, runs it all back. The playbook exactly. It's, like,
Exactly.
absurd.
Although maybe he was just like, he's like Sirianni. He's like, no turnovers here, you know?
He just wants to
Oh my
control the ball.
God.
Run the fucking ball.
Nitpick is where the fuck did Caitlin go? She goes first day at college. She never checks in on our parents. She's never like
Yeah.
kind of a weird vibe coming from mom right now. Like what's happening? I
Yeah.
haven't heard.
Yeah.
It's pretty
Anything-
early in the email stage, but you still had email in 2000. She
So-
should be like, hey, mom.
What's the span of this movie? Is it like how long is this?
I thought it was
Couple
I thought it was
weeks?
like
a
September,
couple of
October.
weeks
Yeah.
because I
Weeks.
thought she's slowly losing it over
Yeah.
days or weeks. Or
I think
whatever.
the whole you even could say maybe it's like a what's age the worst. The whole I've lost my mind because I'm an empty nester now and have no identity. Like not the most delicate portrait in the script. And I think that aspect, but I guess that's the answer is like, she has to convince herself, I don't need to call her all the time.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I don't need
Plus,
to check in.
She's
Even though
already
she really
lost her
does.
dad, Scott Carino, and now she loses her stepdad.
Like, how
Harrison
often
Ford.
would you call your folks from college? Once a week?
Well, I didn't go to college in
beginning
the
of freshman
email era, but
year.
I would have emailed them, I think, or they would have emailed me. I feel like there would have been an email connection.
Yeah.
Early in freshman year, you're checking in. You're homesick, you're checking in.
I'm trying to
for sure.
remember. I mean, like, I think I was calling like once every couple of days.
I have a nit to pick with Madison as a ghost.
She was on my list as well.
I have an unanswerable question for that category, which we'll get to, but on the nitpicking front, the amount of time she's taking to repeatedly type her initials, MEF, 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 MEF,
Yeah, do
MEF, MEF,
better.
type out, your husband fucked me, killed me, and disposed of my body, and I have returned to you in paranormal form to tell you this.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
but
is Madison typing
it might
her
be ghost
initials?
rules like Swayze and Ghost, where you can just you could kind of push.
It's just very inefficient. Well, then type like, we're getting on the mirror, you know. Type, he did it. So, come on, Madison.
Fair.
Put in a little more work here. It's very
MEF, why not
inefficient.
just write Madison over MEF?
I know.
Yeah, absurd. I don't believe that's a function of a not great script more than it is something I believe Madison the Ghost would do.
I had a
nit.
Coop one. Where is Coop in the last 40 minutes of this movie?
Well, I mean, and also
His
why?
parents are fighting.
I
Like,
think
that's going to enrage
he's
a dog.
in and out of the house a lot. It seems like because when
And they
he
don't
disappears that night, she's just like, have it your
She
way.
tried. She yells his name once from the porch, and then she's like, I'm
Honestly,
good.
if that's
Terrible.
Murph, there's no deaths in that house. Murph's protecting
on it.
everybody.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
on it.
Where'd he go?
A Murph that wouldn't have liked any of that. The bathtub drowning never happens with Murph.
Yeah.
Yeah, Murph's.
Murph does
get you out.
CPR.
Yeah, he would have like
Yeah.
pawed the water to make
Yeah.
the bathtub
Yeah.
go down.
A compress on any wound.
What about the paralysis drug, by the way? What drug is that? That her feet were kind of
Caliphane.
working?
Yeah.
Is it 6 minutes?
It's we learn earlier in the film it's 3 to 5, right? So then he's like, oh, it's wearing off, right? And then gets the pill bottle because he's
Yeah.
gonna stage the suicide.
Again, terrible murder. Oh,
Brutal. And he's using something from his own place of work that could, like, I assume be
Law
traced to
enforcement
him. But
completely
again,
absent
maybe
here.
he's like, well, they gave up on Madison pretty quickly. They're not going to really look into this, but it's defensible. While she's got the drug fading out of her system, this is one of my big picking nits. I am not a physicist. Vectors, angles, etc. It's not my specialty. However, I feel confident in saying nothing we're doing with the foot to pull the cord that way. And certainly the shower head, lifting the cord of the shower head.
yeah, that's hard to do when you're not paralyzed.
Turn the hot water
Yeah.
knob. I just don't believe any of that would be possible in that state or at all.
I agree.
She should have died. She should have drowned. That's how the movie should have ended.
Sequel, prequel, prestige TV, all black cast or untouchable. All black cast, I'm not against.
Sure.
Did think that on Tubi, I might give that a whirl.
This would be like a good prestige TV, like a
You'd have to
8-episode
have
Apple
the
season.
year before. You would have to have like you'd almost have to have the
Do you
affair.
get any flashbacks?
Well, it depends on how much you want to get into the supernatural part versus what you want to do with Norman and his
What
affairs.
don't I want to do with Norman?
Yeah.
Is this movie better with Wayne Jenkins, Buffalo Bill, Fergie the Florist, Byron Mayo, Dana Orlovsky, or William Brimley in The Firm?
I like the idea of Fergie from The Town being like, you're going to do this for me. You're going to dump you in the lake just like I dumped Madison. I did her the chemical way. Gave her a Harrison Ford taste.
Yeah.
Oh, she doped up good and proper.
I love Fergie the Florist so
Fergie the
much.
Florist is
Great one.
is one of my faves.
You don't want Wayne there as local law enforcement?
We've retired.
Checking in
Wayne.
on Madison?
Wayne is
What a tragedy.
Wayne blew his knee out.
Wayne had a 4-year run.
Yeah.
He was like Earl Campbell.
Yeah.
Wayne's
he transferred
eternal.
a couple
Wayne's
of
eternal.
times. Wayne's going to Indiana now.
I'm not going to do Orlovsky. I enjoyed Fergie the Florist. Just one Oscar. Who gets it? I don't know.
Definitely Pfeiffer. I think no question.
I would do Zemeckis, Don
I had
Burgess, the
Zemeckis, but
cinematography.
I don't think this was
Really?
an Oscar movie.
Well, no, certainly not.
Probably unanswerable questions. We already talked about why would anyone ever fuck with the Ouija board. And then I wrote down Claire, #1 movie character widow catch ever.
Whoa.
You get the house.
Mm.
She still looks great.
Trust issues,
Yeah.
though. Major trust issues.
Scarred by last relationship. You
Apparently-
can win that back and really build her back up.
No further questions from law enforcement about what happened.
True,
Yep.
true.
Free to visit the
Got a new
gravesite.
necklace she's wearing. Looks great at parties. Vindicated by in the community because people now realize her husband was driving her crazy. I don't know,
You're not
pretty
worried
good.
about the trust issues calcifying.
No.
No?
I mean, on a scale of 1 to Tiger Woods' wife, I
Yeah.
think it's like a 9.2.
Shout
I mean,
out to
come on,
Ellen.
Craig. Tiger Woods' wife
Incredible.
Yeah.
I hadn't thought about her in a
inheriting
while.
like $700 million or in the settlement,
Mhm.
plus look great.
Yeah.
She's really kept
Thought
it
Craig would have my back.
under the
on that.
radar.
Which one?
Ellen, Tiger's ex.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great job by her.
Yeah.
Like, where's she at?
She up
Just
in
spending
Scandinavia?
Tiger's
Where is
money.
she?
I had a couple of unanswerables.
Yeah,
same.
If Norman had just been like, sounds great, let's go to Adamant.
Yeah.
Love that place.
He would have been fine.
Is he fine?
Yeah, he's fine.
I think she's never letting it go, but he buys more time. He
and
buys more time.
Is Claire's supernatural experience all a side effect of Jodie's mushroom tea that she gives her in the
And
beginning of the movie?
How does she pronounce it?
I can't remember.
Kambuka,
Kabuka.
which is not correct. That's a wild moment in the movie.
So now are they doing like 2.5 mushrooms
Yeah.
or 5.0.5s?
She's microdosing.
yeah, they're microdosing for sure.
Yeah.
Can't really talk.
Claire
gummies.
microdosing would be great, actually. I would enjoy that.
There is a
for
lot.
sure.
There's a lot of story to tell here. I hope
There
Clark
is.
Gregg-
Maybe
Greg does
Clark should
return.
run it back.
Yeah.
After all, why did
I
Madison?
was offered a 0.25 gummy on New Year's Eve and turned it down because I'm
Why?
bad at drugs.
Of psilocybin.
I'm just not good at drugs anymore.
Yeah.
You don't like an edible?
Not good at drugs anymore. Had a great run.
I think you should just hold out
Bring it
until
back?
you go into a big blow era. You know?
Yeah, just right to cocaine.
Supposedly coming back.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
yeah.
Word in the street. Tell us more, Craig.
Why did Madison's ghost wait 1 year to start haunting Claire and Norman? Why the
No,
delay?
she had to get unlocked, right? Didn't.
Well,
like,
eventually we built to her like the braid. That's another unanswerable question. Is like, why is there
The
a
braid
lock of
unlocks
her
her.
hair? But she's haunting her before then, right? So what is the
The
why
braid gave her
1
the
year?
superpower, though.
The braid we leveled
Yeah.
up for sure. But why are these like? Do we think Claire was just missing these signs until this point in time, and they'd been there, or Madison was like, I'm chilling in the lake, decomposing for a year, and now I'm
mean,
going
this
to
goes
start
to your
filling
point
your
about,
bathtub.
like,
That's
how
the first time
much-
the tub has been full. Why?
how much is her perception heightened by the fact that she's not concentrating on her daughter? It's good.
Yeah,
Good-
maybe she wanted Caitlin. Wait till Caitlin. Maybe that's it. Wait till Caitlin leaves. Right?
Then
No
I'll
innocent
jump in there.
bystanders.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. What if this is a big unanswerable question for me? What if the Spencers, and if I'm Norman, I definitely do this in the renovation because I've killed my mistress in that tub, have just a stall shower? What if there's just a freestanding a shower, right? A glass
No
shower,
bathtub.
no bathtub. How does Madison work her magic then? What tub is she filling?
I don't know.
There's not one to fill. What does she do? Where are we seeing the reflection? Obviously, we have mirrors, we have other surfaces, but the tub is so central to how she's able to haunt them. What if Norman had had the foresight to say, I killed somebody here? I'm going to make that part of the renovation.
Yeah.
Just goes shower only.
Something they should have thought about.
It's one of the many reasons he was a terrible murderer.
Awful. Bad husband, bad murderer.
He comes up in my Coach Finstock Mr. Miyagi award for best or worst life lesson.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
Norm, if you're gonna go through all this hullabaloo to kill your mistress,
Yeah. Yeah.
figure out a better place to dump
yeah.
all of her stuff with the necklace.
It's a bi-
I know
Lake
we mentioned it
Champlain is
earlier, but it has
huge.
to be mentioned a second time.
Yeah.
That can't be in front of your dock. It's absurd.
Yeah.
And
It's
also, like,
ludicrous.
right in front of your dock. It's not like he took a boat, swam out, and
He could have
threw
just
it
been
in
like,
the-
I'm taking a ferry to Fort Ticonderoga, whatever.
Yeah. I mean, he has a boat.
That's
Terrible.
right.
He has a fucking
yeah,
boat.
you could throw that anywhere.
Like, there's no reason not to Ripley it.
What piece of memorabilia, Ripley? What piece of memorabilia would you want or not want from this movie? I'd obviously want the Scott Carino photos.
Mhm,
yeah.
Of
I would
course.
definitely frame
Personal-
them, give them
personal
to
touch
Jeff
to you.
Gallo for Christmas.
I'd
Yeah.
like Good Jeans, the boat that he's got, but if not, I'd take his outfit
Yeah.
from the boat.
Is it in the era of Sydney Sweeney? You're going good jeans. Interesting.
Well, the boat itself is really
to
nice.
me, it's him backing
It's
Sydney
me
Sweeney.
sailing against cancel culture. You know?
As you tend to.
Yeah.
As you tend to.
Queen Sydney is back, by the way. Handmaid 2, already greenlit.
Yeah. Housemaid.
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 Yeah,
Whatever it's
different
called.
vibe for Handmaid. Yeah.
She's in Handmaid's Tale. It's all right.
Yeah. You're not picking the braid. You don't want
No,
Madison's
I do not
braid?
want a ghost braid.
Did you guys see Housemaid?
I
No,
haven't.
nor will I be. No interest. I'm
It
good.
is horrible.
Seems,
Is it?
Seems terrible. Yeah.
It's like really awful.
It's doing really well.
Well,
It's really awful. It's terrible. It's poor.
so it's not going to be a rewatchable.
It
It's
is
not going to be an
not
instant
good.
rewatchable. Okay.
You're just making sure you don't get on the poster there.
It is like shockingly bad. I was stunned by how bad it was.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Watched every minute of it.
This is
It's because it's a From Hell movie. But
Did
it's
you go to the
really
theater to see it?
shockingly. No, it's on the PGA app.
Okay.
Which was funny in itself. Like I don't know what
For
award
award
it thought it was
season?
getting
Yeah.
nominated for.
Double best act.
costume design.
Congratulations to everyone involved. Best double feature choice.
Mhm.
You could go Baker Boys in this movie as like a little bookend.
You know what you talked me into is Panic Room.
That's fun.
Ooh,
I like that.
Okay.
Stuck in the house.
I would either want to do Ford actually is the bad guy and pair it with Mosquito Coast, or a more ambiguous property of like part of the journey of discovery is he guilty or not guilty, and pair it with either the fugitive or presumed innocent.
some people wanted us to do Who Lost the Movie before Who Won the Movie, but I think that's Who Lost the Movie is going to be too hard
Too negative.
as a category. Yeah,
Not
'Cause
really
we
the
all
spirit
like
of this
these
pod.
movies.
I would say, yeah, we can pass on that category. I was going to say,
Who won the
I
movie?
would say Zemeckis might have lost this one just because he comes back with Castaway and everything, and I understand
Not
he's
Agent Phil Coulson, Clark Gregg.
I mean, this made $300 million. I'm sure he
this is
feels
why
like
it's
it was
hard.
a dud.
Yeah, I just feel like he doesn't.
I don't like Who Lost the Movie. Yeah, we'll know when it's the right time to do that. Who won the movie though? I
Pfeiffer.
think Pfeiffer.
Michelle.
Yeah.
Craig?
Rock solid.
Yeah.
Enjoyed it.
Oh, we're off to a good start in
Wow.
Yeah, rock
2026.
solid. It's a great
Interesting.
movie to discuss right after it ends because there's so many
With your
red
spouse.
herrings that don't tie up. Like the four of us, the four people that I watched with, we just like talked about it for half an hour, being like, "So wait, why did he try to kill himself in the tub? Why did he fake the death in the tub? What was up with the neighbor?" I do think I don't love the end of this movie. I do think the end kind of drops this from an 8 to a 7. I think like reanimating her in the water was unnecessary.
I think they could have ended it at the house.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
it's like I don't mind her showing up on the bridge and causes things to drive off, but adding her below, like physically ripping him down, I don't know. It went a little too far there, I feel like. But the other thing is I don't like seeing evil Harrison Ford. I just don't. We need a category for like, that's my friend. I hate this.
Yeah.
No.
You know?
No.
Please don't.
Yeah.
That's
Like,
why it's great.
he's
though.
my pal. I don't want to see him evil. I want to see him killing women.
But they're like weaponizing your expectation that he's
I completely get
Indy,
it.
that he's
I don't like it.
Decker, that
Yeah.
he's Han Solo.
So what's the Tom Cruise movie for that? Please
Don't-
don't do this. He's my friend.
Like, could you do this for every great actor? Like, what's like your favorite actor? What's the movie they're in where you're like, oh,
Tom-
don't do that. Don't do that to them.
For Tom Cruise, it was Interview with the Vampire.
It's
just
a
thought
really
he
good
sucked in that
question.
movie.
You know? Like me seeing Harrison Ford in this, I'm like, ugh, that's my guy. I hate watching
I'm trying to
this.
think of
This
like
is
a Colin
torture.
Farrell movie where I'm like, oh, please, not like this. Honestly, I this is one of the reasons why
That's
I'm like,
the name of the category. Not like this.
No.
I don't
Not
actually.
like
I
this.
think one of the reasons why I had a hard time watching The Penguin is I was like, this is my guy. You
Yeah.
know, like, I don't-
dude, he's dynamite in that.
but I just want him to be beautiful. You know, he's Colin Farrell.
You want to be a fiend for mojito.
Ozgob
Yeah.
is a lot of things, but beautiful is not one
Yeah.
of them.
Trying to think what Denzel's not like this movie is.
Roman J. Esquire. What was that? Was
Oh,
that?
Roman J. Israel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't like that movie that much.
Also, you bringing up is it Housemaid, not Handmaid, Housemaid.
Housemaid.
I feel like
Really bad.
what this movie does, like, this movie has 2 A-listers in it, right? Now the movie Housemaid, I guess Sydney Sweeney and Amanda Seyfried are big names, but
Yeah.
the B movie with the A-listers doesn't happen anymore.
Not
Like
as much.
now, like for this movie to be remade now with the same star power, it would be like Matt Damon and Anne Hathaway in this movie, which would be awesome. But they just don't do that anymore. And I enjoy the B movie with the A-lister, but it's more rare now because they won't do it.
Matt Damon and Anne Hathaway in What Lies Beneath is exactly what 2025's version of this movie would be.
But they needed like
That
that
would be
would it
great.
would either be a Christopher Nolan movie, which would be like this is $300 million or
Right.
whatever,
Yeah.
or it would be
And it's about time.
a B movie that's goes to streaming.
Or it's like really small indie A24 and there's like something less, much more dark and upsetting and serious about it. It's not just like a ghost story.
You know who they couldn't do that with? Lamar Jackson and John
There
Harbaugh
we
because
go.
they don't work together anymore. 'Cause they fired him.
I think
after
it was
you
the
didn't
right
make
decision.
the playoffs because your rookie kicker.
Well,
You
it's not
went
Tyler
2
Luke's
yards
fault,
back. You
you know?
went 2 yards backwards to make kick harder on him.
it's not Tyler Lip's fault.
12
He's
seconds
innocent
left
in all
in a
of this.
timeout. Fireable offense
For the
Uh,
kicker or for the coach?
for the coach.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
guess what? He got
Time
fired.
to go.
Not for that, I think.
What,
but for
what are you
many
trying to
things.
center the ball for, you dumbass? You're in Pittsburgh on a night game.
Time for some fresh blood and new ideas. You know.
Did you have a problem with that in the moment? Then the 12 seconds with the timeout?
Yes.
You did.
Who doesn't? Pittsburgh's a house of horrors. Nobody likes kicking a
I
field goal
texted
ever
my
in
dad
Pittsburgh.
when
The Dannies disagreed. I thought,
Not
as a
trying to
Steelers fan,
gain
I
a
was like, I'm
yard.
thrilled they're not trying to get 5 more yards.
losing
right
yards
now.
absurd. Not trying to gain any yardage absurd. I texted my dad in real time and I said, "Ghost of Billy Cundiff," which of course was even more dire in a number of respects.
That
but,
one was worse though because Lee Evans had the ball
Yeah.
and Sterling Moore.
well,
who
the
was
situation.
Like this,
I mean, it was a
Sterling
closer
Moore had the
kick.
greatest
All of
strip
it, but like,
ever.
I still think it's really funny because Derwin James is gonna like break Drake May's sternum now.
Jesus.
Like he's just
Will
like,
cello
let's fuck
strings
with the
be
Ravens
involved?
some more. It's like it's definitely just you're seeding it. You're seeding it. It's gonna be your fault.
I think it's going to be Jacksonville that gets us.
Okay.
Jacksonville.
We'll see.
Interesting.
We'll see. CR, pleasure as always. Mal, the pleasure was mine. Craig, thank you. Gahao, pleasure. Who else do we have? Eduardo, wherever you are, thank you. Oh, Eduardo and I go head to head this weekend.
Oh.
Who knows? We might
That's
not
right.
even be talking by the time people hear this.
That's right.
Rewatchables. Thank you, everybody.